And welcome to Hot Takes, everybody. Season 5. Welcome, welcome. I am Vaporwave DJ, curator, and personality Young Shiro. And go ahead and introduce yourself, my co-host.
Hi, I'm Crystal Eternal. I'm new to Hot Takes as a co-host, joining on this season. It's nice to see you. If you don't know me, I am a artist in the scene. I'm a multimedia artist, so I do visual art. Everything from drawing to music to even DJing and throwing my own shows under the name Nostalgia Lounge.
Lots of amazing things I could say about Crystal. Apparently, I'm too loud and you are too quiet. You said you're redlining on your end?
I'm redlining on my end.
Okay.
But I can crank
you
it up
sound
here.
clean to me, but
We'll
if
just
you
compress it a little bit.
Okay, that's great. You just went up like 25-30% in volume. Let's do that. Okay. Anyways, yeah, Brickmason is just a bunch of tubes. So, anyways, yeah, Crystal Eternal is one of our many co-hosts. I'll just go through the changes with you guys. First of all, you've been with us since 2021. Old heads, new viewers, welcome to the show. We're so glad that you guys are here, and I know some of you guys were there for our test last night. Sorry about the surprise test. But everything seems to be going good. Just let us know if the music's too quiet, if Crystal's too loud, if you can't see him. Probably shouldn't call him by his first name before introducing him. But anyways, so this is going to be our first season without our illustrious host, Skeleton Lipstick. Unfortunately, Skeleton Lipstick is pursuing some other interests and has stepped back for the show for the time being. So we miss him very, very much. But what we are doing in lieu of that is we are going to have a rotating set of co-hosts. If you hadn't picked up what we were putting down already via social media, we have 6, I believe, rotating co-hosts that are going to be taking turns with me alongside, and that's going to be Crystal Eternal, Luxury Noise, Luxury Elite, Quiz, Roge Corp, and Short Stuff 888 of the Mini Disc Wiki. So we're going to take turns having them help me co-host. And together as a team, the Hot Takes team, we're going to be continuing to bring you guys the visits, the entertainment, the content, the community conversations that we've brought to you for the past 4 seasons. So our first guest tonight is Brickmason. Before we give the huge introduction, I just want to bring y'all's attention to a couple things. We got our track ID on the top left-hand corner. We've had people ask, hey, what's the song? It's right there. If you like what you're hearing, check it out. If the commands down at the bottom are unfamiliar to you, if you are if you're new to Twitch, if you type an exclamation point and one of those words, it does a thing, and at the bottom it tells you what those things do. So you guys are welcome to use the commands, and you can also light up the chat because, as you can see, the live chat goes on the top right. And check out those emojis. Any emojis you put go all over the screen, so it's really fun. Please keep it kind in the chat. No punching down. Punching up is fine and actually encouraged. And let's keep racism, sexism, homophobia, and transphobia out of Hot Takes, please. Neon Minds Paul, thank you so much for your generous donation. That means so much. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I want to thank...
thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank all of y'all for being here. I want to thank my mods. The people who will be the rotating co-hosts are also mods in our Discord server and in the live Twitch chat. So we're going to start... Before we introduce who Brickmason is, we're going to do, in traditional Hot Takes fashion, we're going to talk about a couple of recommendations, and then followed by that, we're going to have a hot take courtesy of Crystal Eternal. I've given approximately 43 hot takes over the past 4 years. I'm good. I'm going to let my co-hosts do that for Season 5. But anyways, one last thing. We're going to hold all audience questions for the last half hour of the show. Since Crystal and I will be kind of like taking turns interviewing the guest, having the conversation. We're going to wait till 9:30 Eastern to start the audience questions. Okay, so appreciate y'all's patience regarding that. We'll make it worth your while. Tonight we're going to start with 3 recommendations, and let me see if I can make that little that alert look on the top left go away. But anyways, I want to recommend 3 albums, and in typical Young Shiro fashion, 2 of those albums are going to be vaporwave or vapor adjacent. And I'm going to challenge you guys a little bit and give you something to check out that's kind of outside that realm. So the first recommendation I have is an album that is actually the song playing right now, by coincidence, happens to be from this album. And that album is called Golden Girl by Hopeful Romantics. Now, Hopeful Romantics, whoops, it went away. There we go. Hopeful Romantics put out a future funk album on Utopia District, and I heard it because of Luxury Elite, who played. Either she played it on Neon Nights or she put it in a mix that she gave to me, and it was absolutely quiz. It's a banger album. Good future funk, I feel like, is awfully hard to find. Between the pitched up vocals, the weebiness, and the just typical whispers samples, it's a little hard. Not to be shitty to like people that are making future funk or vaporwave, but like, it can be a little trite. But man, I tell you what, these chops and these loops and the sample choices and the danceability of Hopeful Romantic's Golden Girl are unmatched, outside of a handful of acts. So if you like stuff like Cyan Blue, That's Matt, Barb Walters, I highly recommend you check out Golden Girl by Hopeful Romantics, and it's on Utopia District's label. They got physicals, too. You can get it on cassette. I also would like to recommend an album by a vaporwave adjacent artist who's kind of got a genre-bending technique of mixing like synthwave, chill synth, and some even vapor influenced stuff, and appeals to a lot of different camps. And that's going to be Hello Meteor. If you're not already listening to Hello Meteor and you like poignant synthwave that doesn't just sound like night driving and neon and all that, just the general tropes of the genre. If you want something a little more emotive and moving, check out Hello Meteor. If you like stuff like Hotel Pools, Home of Home Resonance fame, but you want something like again, just moving, and just kind of like evolves the sound beyond, some of the tropes of synthwave and chill synth, you've got to check out Hello Meteor's work. And the album, any of his albums, honestly, I could comfortably, confidently recommend. But the album in particular, let me look it up. Actually, I forgot the name. Top 5 Young Shiro moments. It's called An Unfamiliar Place. So An Unfamiliar Place is an album probably that, comes from a couple of years ago. I have a bad habit of getting a little behind on people's discogs. I'm going to highly recommend that you check out that album, Hello Meteor, just because of the simple fact that it's moving, it's emotive, it's different. An Unfamiliar Place is just a perfect example of when people who make synthwave and chill synth move the sound and the technique and the song structure beyond the general passe tropes of the genres and evolve their sound, and they keep it exciting. So check that out. And then I'm gonna ask you guys I'm gonna challenge you guys a little bit to check out an album that I bought by an artist called Grasps. It's spelled GRSPS, and then there's an underscore. Okay, Grasps. And the name of the album is Awoken. All right. So Lux is kind of a hair trigger alert link girl. Let me see if I can get it faster. Oh, no, we're not trying to open Photoshop. Hang on. Grasps Awoken is a deconstructed club album. So if you listened, if you tuned in and you were checking out or you were vibing to, oh, just barely beat me. Thank you, Lux. If you liked the music in the intro, if you liked that bombastic, kind of violent, kind of alien-sounding music, you've got to check out Awoken by Grasps. It is a little bit more muted and toned down than what I was playing during the intro, but it's very much like a club ready, dance floor ready, but very uncomfortable, very like off-putting, very unsettling kind of sound, but with a little bit of like a searing kind of bombastic sound font, very techno and very industrial adjacent. And if you were way into what I played during the intro, then you should check out Awoken by Grasps. It's not vaporwave, but if you like experimental music and you're an open-minded person, you should definitely check it out. I think I've said enough. I think it's time that we hear from Crystal Eternal, our very first new co-host. I want to hear what's on your mind, girl. What hot take do you have for us tonight?
All right. So my hot take is I feel like intellectualizing vaporwave takes away from the point a bit. And what I mean by that is I think that the genre and music at a whole is best when the artist kind of steps back, lets their emotions kind of guide the process rather than like logic or trying to fit into some mold that they, have seen before.
Okay. So when you read stuff like it's an homage to decayed capitalism. It's a Marxist form of do you buy that at all?
I mean, I could see, somebody choosing that as like their thing, and that's like genuinely like what excites them as an idea. But I think some people latch onto that as like, well, I guess this is what I have to do, and I have to use this as my constraints for my album.
Okay, so you're more kind of making a commentary on people just like painting themselves into a corner, kind of like painting by the numbers. I got you. Okay, the overanalyzation of vaporwave. I like that. Well, and I also definitely agree with it. You know, I don't make. See, one cool thing that's different between you and me is you're an artist and I'm not. So you would know, and you've dabbled in many different genres.
Yeah,
and
all sorts of stuff.
You've also rubbed shoulders with a lot of vaporwave people. So, well, let's see what our guest has to say about that, guys. So if you don't know Brickmason, well, you're making a mistake. Brickmason is a great friend to a lot of people. He's been active, and he's attended a lot of live shows, a lot of live streams. You might have seen him at a merch table or two. Brickmason not only makes vaporwave music, but he also runs a record label, a very well-known and well-regarded record label. In fact, I believe some people have said it's akin to a sister label to Geometric Lullaby. At least I believe I heard that. The record label is known as Hushtones. And not only does Hushtones have a lot of fanfare and has released a lot of really terrific work, but they just released, or they're at least going to, at least in the general future, Skeleton Lipstick's Death Romantique album, his newest Witch House album. So we got a lot of respect and love for Brickmason, and having met up with him in person multiple times, I think Crystal Eternal and I both can say that we regard Bobby as a personal friend. And I hope it's okay that I've been using your first name just so callously like that. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Brickmason. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Welcome.
Doxed. Wow.
Doxed. Yikes.
Well, my name's on my Instagram. I don't mind. That's totally.
I was gonna
fine.
say, I think I'm trying to get this.
I am Tubes.
You are still Tubes.
This is my
face.
face.
You know what? One
when
more
I was a
thing.
kid, this was my screensaver on my computer when I was a kid.
Oh, I found it. Okay.
Continue.
Hey, one
That's
more
amazing.
thing really quick. I hate to derail the conversation. What do you guys think of the new graphical overhaul? I completely forgot to mention the show's graphical overhaul was designed by Christ of Christ fame and business casual fame. So, sorry, we're here to find out what you think about what Crystal Eternal just said about vaporwave, but I completely forgot to mention. Shout out Christ. Book him. Commission him, well, book him and commission him. Damn. Brick, what do you think about what Crystal had to say about vaporwave artists?
I agree with that. Just like the conversation of like, when people like make, like first and foremost, you should make music for yourself, no matter what. If you're getting clicks or not, if you're getting likes or not, it doesn't matter. You should definitely like make things that speak to you, speak to the things that you want to like express. Like, all of this should be an avenue for expressing yourself, making the music that you want to make. You should listen to your own music. Maybe that's a hot take, as self-centered as that seems, but you should be making stuff that you love. It's okay, like, to acknowledge sort of, like, the conformities of the scene, but I agree that, like, over-intellectualizing this scene when, like, it comes down to people, especially casual listeners, just being like, I like beats. Especially, like, the rise of barber beats has brought, like, a lot of, like, new, lingering fans into the scene. Like, people, I think, who are listeners, I think, just want to listen to, like, good music. I think people like a good idea, but when you're making music, when you're making albums, you know, I think you should just make things that are, like, true to yourself, but you shouldn't... The phrase you used was over-intellectualize, am I right?
Yeah.
Or just intellectualize in general. I agree with that completely.
When you get a second, Brick, if we could get maybe an extra 15-20% of gain on your end. People are complaining you're not loud
Are
enough.
you able to on your end? Because I do not know how to.
You can on your end. All right, no worries. I got you. I've got you up to about 150, and we'll just go from there. But anyways, yeah, this is all live, y'all. This is all DIY, and I don't know what I'm doing, so thank you for your patience.
Yeah.
But anyways, considering you had the hot take, I'm going to start with... we're just going to get to know Brickmason, you guys. So let me ask you... I'm not used to this autobiographical part. What was your first experience with, like, a piece of art or music that really moved you to the point where you were like, okay, this is what I'm into?
In life?
Sure, yeah. I mean, childhood, teenagehood. If
Yeah.
you have any memorable moments that you were just like, okay, music is my thing, you know?
Yeah. So like I've always been like the weird kid that has had a hard time like making friends and like connecting. Like I was the kid like reading books like in first grade and like third grade and like ignoring the teacher. Like I was a problem kid, but not a problem, but just ignoring everything and reading. In fifth grade, I had band. There were 3 of us in that little class. Like you just left class and you went to band, and I had like a CD player every day. But the song "Jumper" by I think it's 3. Somebody type this. You all know this. "Jumper" by I wish you would step out from that ledge. Like what? Jumper.
I'm not familiar with that song, but then again, I
You
got
don't
it.
know
Oh,
this?
Third
Yeah.
Eye Blind.
It's not coming to mind.
Third Eye Blind. Like
People are saying
I
Third Eye
remember,
Blind.
Like, yeah, I remember how like powerful that song was to me as a kid. It was in 5th grade.
Okay.
It was the first time that like you stop and like listen to the lyrics of a song, and I got it. Like as a 5th grader, like oh shit, this is about like someone's talking about. I want to like cheer up right now. Like someone's talking about like I wish you would step off that ledge, my friend. It's a really like straightforward song. I just love it to death, and I listened to that like over and over again. And I even brought my CD player to school and like had my teacher like listen to it, my music teacher, who was like 80. That's
Right.
the first thing that like really spoke to me. That like still like I want to tear up with how like powerful that was to me
Aw,
as a kid.
I love that.
Yeah.
I had a thought in mind of like a similar experience for myself, so I love that's how you would describe it, because that's honestly how I would describe my similar experiences, like what moved me almost to tears at a young age that I still remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like staying in that same realm of like in your childhood, I noticed a lot of your albums seem to like center on your own personal nostalgia and like especially around like things like video games. I think I was introduced to you through your Pokédreams series. So that's when I kind of started to get to know you and hear about what you were doing. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to ask a little bit about that. Like, what is like your connection to like, how are you bridging that connection from like music to your own like childhood?
Now that you say that, I recall like I wrote like a nice little story in there. Like I still have the story of Pokédreams is just that like my grandmother watched me when I was a kid. Every summer, your parents go to work and then you're just like a kid at home in the summer. My grandmother would watch me, and she watched a lot of kids. And I'd bring this like purple woven blanket with like these chevrons. I still have this childhood blanket of mine, but I would like make make a little like a little fort under this table, and I would play Pokemon like every single day in her basement. And even like video game music to me is so like incredibly nostalgic. Like I was born in 1990. So like I think Pokemon like Blue came out when I was in first. It's like 1997, but I was like when it came out, like we were like at the store. Yeah. But like video game music, chiptune. I just got Golf World in the mail from 100% Electronica. Like I love chiptune. Yeah. It's like warm and fuzzy, like Game Boy Color music. I just love that so much. But so yeah, Pokédreams is very.
Chiptune's definitely like
a lot of fun.
Like intro to like synthwave, vaporwave type beat. Like if you have a friend that's really into like the mini bosses or just like whatever chiptune, you can be like, okay, I think I know of something you might appreciate. You can like slide them some Anamanaguchi, or just like slowly introduce them to like Equip or other like kind of video game influenced vaporwave artists.
Yeah, it's one of those, we don't really talk about it, but that's like a nice, easy like introduction to like the scene for people who like are interested like in electronic music.
Chiptune is such a gateway drug.
It is to a lot of things. Synthwave.
Very much.
Vaporwave.
Yeah.
Do you have any other favorite video game OSTs?
Oh my god. Video game OSTs. Katamari Damacy is like the best ever. Like,
Oh,
so
dude.
good.
I was listening to that Ron Suzuki song. I can't remember what it's called, but like just the other day, I almost posted it as my song of the day, and I was just like, man, there's so much great music on Katamari Damacy.
Yeah, it's such a fun game.
I revere it so much that I don't even want to like sample it or touch it, even for like textures. No. Like I just like I like adore that soundtrack. I have it on vinyl.
The blue orb track at the end of, I can't remember which one it is. When you're rolling up, spoiler alert, you're rolling up entire planets and galaxies. It's just so like, just somber and moving.
And when I make albums, like that album like really speaks to me. Like it has like those like the fun beat tracks. It has like those atmospheric like larger than itself kind of tracks that are like really amazing too. Like Chef's Kiss. It's very, very good.
Absolutely.
That one's good. Video game soundtracks. Kingdom Hearts, incredible. Even like the piano, all the covers and everything. Really, really good.
Gave birth to one of the most popular sampled tracks in instrumental hip hop, or at least the geeky. Said the Sanctuary song, My Sanctuary. You know what I'm talking about?
My Sanctuary.
Yeah, My Sanctuary. I can't remember who it's by, but like, yeah, everyone samples that song. If you don't sample that or Aquatic Ambience, what even are you?
Yeah, that one's really good too. Yeah, and I was gonna say like Donkey Kong Country is very, very good. The Undertale soundtrack is fantastic, obviously. Really breathtaking. There's a lot of good stuff out there. You'd almost have to mention like a video game system. I got like an 8-inch. There's some label that puts out like bootleg records, but I got like the Super Mario, Worlds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from I think like Super Mario World 2, I want to say, or 3. Mm-hmm. Great soundtrack. There's a bunch. This is dumb, but like Halo soundtrack. Oh,
it's not dumb.
Like in middle school, I was very into that middle
soundtrack.
School. Yeah, just like the boys in the bathroom all like doing like the O's together. Oh yeah,
right.
Like stupid. Yeah.
I think I accidentally made the chat box go away. Oh no.
Did ya?
Uh-oh.
All right, Crystal, keep the conversation going while I figure out how to fix the chat box.
Oh, other soundtracks I talk about?
Go for it.
My grandmother,
you tell them your favorites and then I'll tell them mine.
I'll just talk. My favorite grandmother, with the money, she would send me like $100 every Christmas and $100 every birthday. And back then you could only buy CDs like at FYE if they had what you wanted. We had a Suncoast at our mall that had like anime stuff, but like Barnes and Noble back then, like I bought everything Barnes and Noble. So I bought like everything that Maya Sakamoto and Yoko Kanno put out. That's the people behind like Ghost in the Shell soundtrack, Arjuna. Like really crucial, critical, like incredible. Cowboy Bebop is not them, but it's adjacent. It's really, really good also. But all my money, like all through middle school, was like me buying anime soundtracks, Wolf's Rain.
I feel like that's me right now.
It's smart. It's good. Off of Barnes and Noble, like all my money. So.
I think I fixed the chat box. Let us know. Okay, they say it's good in chat. So I gotta say, you're on the money with the Donkey Kong soundtrack. I have a special place in my heart for Donkey Kong Country 2. I feel like David Wise did amazing work, and I don't know if you guys have like read about like what all he had to do. I don't make music, but it was apparently very like laborious to make the music for Donkey Kong Country.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, but Donkey Kong Country 2 goes fucking off, dude. Like it's just in very, very strong melodies and just an amazing choice of sound font, in my opinion. Or at least the palette he was working with. Are
you familiar with the concept of cousin games?
No. What is that?
It's not quite a cousin game. Machine Memory Dad is a good friend of mine. He does a lot of design work for the label and like for Celadon Plaza, and he's a fantastic guy.
Oh wow!
But he told me a cousin game is a game that your cousin had. It's like
it's like coworker music.
You played it, yes. It's like a game you played because your cousin had like this weird game. So Donkey Kong Country 2 for me growing up was like a cousin game. Like I never owned it, but like a cousin of mine had it, and that's where I got to play it. But I never owned that game, and I played it like 7 times. Thanksgivings, you know. It's a cousin game, and I am less familiar with it.
You should get it, bro, and
I
listen to that soundtrack. I got someone in chat said Chrono Trigger. Definitely agree with that.
People talk about that a lot. After I made Pokédreams, people on Discord were like, do Chrono Trigger, and I was like, I want to make things that are true to myself, and like, I've never played Chrono Trigger. I'm sure it's a great soundtrack.
Brickmason. Are you much of a JRPGs guy or not really?
No.
Okay, well, if you're not, well then,
RuneScape kid. Hugely.
I can totally understand.
RuneScape soundtrack. Oh
See, and I never played RuneScape.
Yeah.
So
I loved RuneScape.
Cousin game.
God, I
love that concept.
I had like no friends. I would go like and eat my lunch in the library and play RuneScape on the computers in the library at lunch.
I used to go to the library and play RuneScape too.
Yeah.
Shout out public libraries, RuneScape.
Yeah.
RuneScape time.
Shout out introverts and vaporwave. Yeah. Miss McNamara, she was nice. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Just like using a mithril axe on like willow trees in Drainer Village, which is not what you should be doing. It's a complete waste of time.
I'm gonna take your word for that. Crystal, did we get your favorite OSTs yet? Did I miss that part while I was fixing the chat box?
Yeah, I don't think I dropped any, but gosh, I don't know. It's hard to pick one off the top of my head. I'd have to say maybe Hmm. Oh no, I'm bad with on the fly stuff like that.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, the virtual on Cyber Troopers soundtrack is something that I think goes really
Virtual
hard.
on-
It's a
Is this
it's
a
like
deep
a
cut?
Oh,
it is. It's like a mech fighting game that Sega
Okay,
came
you
out
would.
with.
I'll never forget. At the Electronicon 2 LA after party, I asked Equip, I was like, "What's your favorite like piece of video game soundtrack?" And this fool busted out like a Philips CDI like song from a game, and I was just like, "All right, cool, dog. All right, thanks." You know?
Yeah.
I have another one.
Go.
I was a nerdy 8th grader who knew the name Matt Uelman. I was obsessed with Matt Uelman because he made the Diablo 2 soundtrack, and I was so into it that I bought it with Barnes and Noble money. My cherished, precious, small amounts of, and I actually owned and listened to all the time, the Diablo 2 soundtrack, which I played also obsessively. Like I loved that game.
I have not
think he
seen
did.
footage of the Diablo sound of games since like undergrad, mid 2000s era.
Oh wow!
I'm dating myself, but I just remember
Loved it.
I never played it, but it looked great for co-op.
Tetris Attack was a game on the Super Nintendo I played obsessively that I was really, really good at. I have like a couple of sampled things on that for this album that's like next year or so. It's done, but I'm
Hard.
afraid to release it. But Tetris Attack on the Super Nintendo was like incredibly good. Chiptune-y. Someone in chat said Streets of Rage. I had that vinyl for a bit. It's like it goes really hard too. Like, it's a really good series.
Wow,
People
yeah,
love that.
vinyl.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I'm a
That's
vinyl
dedication.
guy. I'm a vinyl guy.
Respect.
Yeah.
It's a couple soundtracks I've thought about getting on vinyl.
And I
Yeah.
had the Diablo 2 soundtrack on vinyl too. Like I just had to. They put it out on vinyl finally.
I think like
Your
the
Red
only other
Marble.
soundtrack that I can think that's coming to mind is just because it's like a piece of time, like just like it's music from the time. It's the Tony Hawk's Underground soundtrack.
Oh man.
It's just
Underground?
yeah. It
The
came
first
out in
game-
like 2002-ish.
The
So it's like,
N64
you know,
N64 one, like the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like that was
Pro Skater,
that's-
yeah.
Someone pressed it to vinyl. I think it's a bootleg, but like they used like the shitty like sound of like the skateboard, either as transitions or like during tracks, and it pissed everyone off online. But I want like a good pressing
Huh.
of the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Yeah.
soundtrack on vinyl with like Goldfinger and all that.
Mhm.
Minecraft soundtrack is also really good.
Oh, dude.
Minecraft
What
beta,
is C14 or something like that? Like
Mhm.
everybody loves them.
C418. I
C4.
want to say
Yeah, I want to say Ghostly
Yeah.
International released that on physical. Amazing.
they did, and like Minecraft Volume Beta. It's the second one for it, but there's this track that's called The End. That's like it's like a 16-minute atmospheric, like glitchy, like it's incredible. Like I play that on my radio show like all the time. I've actually made myself stop playing it, but that's my top. Go listen to The End by C418 from the
Okay.
the Minecraft Volume Beta. Anyone listening in here and chat, like it's 15 or 16 minutes.
post a
of,
link.
like,
Link that shit.
it's oh my god, it's so good. It like
Hell
it brings
yeah.
in like the original theme and it like devolves and like it's so soft and beautiful. The End Minecraft song. Let's link that. And then we'll all sit here. Stop this ad. Alright, I think this is the link for it, but super recommend that track and the vinyl.
Hell yeah. Thanks for putting us on.
Absolutely. Very, 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 very good track.
Well, I guess
And
my
growing
next
up, I had,
question
like-
would be I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Next question.
You know, obviously, I don't mean to cut you off, but I guess my next thought would be, when did you make the transition between music fan to actually taking, you know, and using your hands and using your mind to make it yourself? What was that story?
I found the scene originally because it was like during COVID, and for some reason someone posted NTSC Memories by Linsen Virtual Plaza, like a,
Nice.
either
Shout
like a
out
reissue
Linsheaven.
of it or the shout out Linsheaven, like by far my favorite artist in the scene.
Very cool.
She
You
was
heard it
still
on Hot
around.
Takes.
Yeah, hugely. But somebody posted that record on like the vinyl releases subreddit, and I was just scrolling one day and I saw that and I found the scene. Listen to that album, like that's the album that I recommend before anything else to everyone for like you know, some artists are like extremely fucking talented in the scene, and I'm like I can't hold a candle to anyone. especially any future funk artist who knows how to like to sidechain. I don't even know what that is hardly. Like Tefka visited once and was explaining it to me like on the Eastern Prom down by the water, but when you listen to NTSC Memories, it's an album that's like it's really simple in its construction and the way that it's made. You know, most vaporwave is just like slowed down, well curated albums that curate like an emotion or like a feeling more than anything else. And that album, like listening to that, gave me like a lot of confidence. It sounds really shitty to say. I love him to death. It's not like this is so easy to make, but it's just like there's like an Amy Winehouse sample on there. Like there's like, it's just really interesting samples taken to like curate his own sound. And I think after listening to that, I was like, I'm gonna like try to. You know, after like buying more stuff in the scene and playing a lot of it like on my show and like curating like the sounds that I liked in the scene, like I kept thinking about that album over and over again. And then I started playing around with just slowing stuff down, adding reverb, looping stuff, you know. But very much like that album like inspired me to like want to make something. Knowing, listening to it, there's not that much to it in terms of like to be able to make something and to like.
And you know that's
sound,
okay.
Your sound is.
You know, sometimes very, very beautiful things have been done in very short spans of time, with very little effort. You know, sometimes you get lightning in a bottle. I mean, I'm not a musician, but sometimes you get lightning in a bottle, and that's how it is. You know.
Yeah, I do see some questions in the chat, but like I think the last.
You're welcome to answer
the
questions in the chat. I'm cool with that. You're the guest.
Yeah, I can answer this because this is part of that. Like, I think one of the first things I ever made was like hushwavy, but like, as I was going around the scene and everything like that, I love voice. I think the voice is an instrument. It is, and hushwave is one of those like genres where like voice is so central to it more than any other of the little subgenres. Yeah, like that's what really like drew me to it so powerfully. It's just like the hushed, wispy. The resonance in the voice, like when you know, so like, rambling now. So that's how I got into
No, I'm with it. I'm with you on that.
When I stumbled upon it, it was like a little different, a little haunting, very pretty,
very
little
ghostly
edgy,
sounding,
but like atmospheric and ghostly, and like just the voice. Like I love the voice in it so much. Future funk is the same way. Future funk is all about like voice. Like it's hushwave or it's like future funk in terms of the genres that like have to have voice for some reason. Complete polar opposites. But I guess that's what drew me to hushwave. The person in chat who like asked that question.
It's a good question.
But I like that a lot. Yeah, I like that a lot.
I guess I'd ask next. You know what drew you to the name Brickmason in particular?
I also wanted. That's a great question. Damn, banger question.
My dad was a mason growing up. Like I grew up on job sites.
Wow. Okay.
As like a 6 and 7-year-old, like just being taken to job sites, and it's actually just a mason. Like Brickmason is not the job's name. You're just a mason. And he would tell me growing up, like I lay brick and block. That's what you say, but like when I found the scene, I don't know. I'm enamored by brick. I like brick. I live in Portland right now. It's brick everywhere. In like the Baltimore area, it's lots of brick. And I guess like I like the metaphor. I've always loved the metaphor of like bricklaying in terms of like vaporwave and music construction. Like that you're kind of like just like putting things together, putting samples together to make albums. It's very much like bricklaying.
Definitely.
At other times I've been able to express this metaphor and to explain it better. But just like the metaphor of like, you're kind of just like putting things together. You're sort of just like building a wall. It just kind of like fits together a bit.
Many tiny, manageable pieces turning into a giant, overwhelming, large construction at the end.
Yeah. Not like my dad. I'll kindly say that I was the fail son who did not follow him into bricklaying. I was the kid who liked video games and books. But he wanted me to be like a bricklayer with him, but I just like the name Brickmason a lot, and I felt like that temptation to have like a vaporwave name, but also wanted something that's like true to myself,
like Brickmason, and then a bunch of katakana afterwards. Brick, something it's all like Unicode.
That, or like neon Brickmason, neon bricks, neon horizon, or like, and it's not bad to do that at all if you want to do that. That's not bad, but Like I wanted something that speaks to me, and like I just liked that metaphor so much. And also like the first thing I ever made was like an Audacity album, literally just like lining things up, like, and I'm like, oh, it's like bricks. It's like actually like bricks. Like you're just kind of lining them up, and like it's the mortar line.
I mean, that's how they describe the super overcompressed, like maximal audio tracks, like the SoundCloud tracks, just a brick.
Yeah. So I like it. I like the Brickmason name. It's very blue collar.
It is.
I'm not,
shout out working class
but,
dads. I said it in chat. I'll say it out loud.
Class. I'll say this out loud. I have a really close friend in the scene. He wouldn't want me to dox him, but he's like very blue collar in the work that he does. He's someone that everyone knows in the scene. But he's told me before, like, I don't really want people to know what I do because I'd be embarrassed if people know that I do this. He's a carpenter. And I'm like, I fucking wish I was a carpenter.
Everybody
like,
respects carpenters. If you're listening, everybody respects carpenters, dude. Come on.
Yeah, shut up.
That's badass.
Go make some money. Go like get some muscles. Like I would love to be a carpenter.
The trades is where it's at, dude.
Yeah.
There's no damn like student loan debt, you know, and it's a good, honest, hard way of making a living. You might ruin your knees if you're tiling or being a plumber. You might hurt your back, but damn, I mean, you can charge a premium to people when they call you in the middle of the night to fix that sink, you know, or that water leak.
I make a lot of friends. Oh, hey, you're a carpenter, right? Can you help me hang some shelves?
Yeah, sheesh. Come on. Like, that's something to brag about, in my opinion.
Yep.
Okay, so you mentioned Audacity. What are you primarily using as far as, like, your DAW? Do you have any hardware that you use? What musical instruments do you play? Let's hear about, like, the musical aspect of the chops
The first
part.
thing I ever made was called The Five Seasons. It's this really weird, cool... It's entirely, like, original, like, synth. But the vocal samples are taken from like documentaries and like this and that. But that's all made with like synths on the the Akai MP49 or something like that.
Okay.
MPK49. It's this guy. I'll link it in the chat. I just walked into Guitar Center and I was like, fuck it. Like I linked it in chat. I have to like it's like an $80 thing that everyone can walk into a store and find. But I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna buy it and just make myself do this.
Nice.
First year of COVID, I just walked in and I was like, I want to make music. I'm gonna make myself. But aside from that, I still make everything in Audacity. But I use Reaper as my main DAW in terms of like where like I like make textures, make music, add reverb, whatever that I do, like loop things. I have a weird production style. It's like duct tape. It's like making penicillin. Like I don't know what I'm doing. So I go in Audacity and I hit record. And then I go to Reaper and like I make stuff, I loop it while like I'm live recording to Audacity.
Oh wow.
Then eventually I hit stop. So everything that I make, everything that I ever make, I never just like load it up and then hit like the render button. I live record everything. So anything if you ever listen to it.
It's like the 18 karat affair method.
I'm interested to hear more about that. But if you listen to like Pokédreams, you'll hear it like rise, you'll hear it low, like lower. You'll hear like rising. You'll actively hear me like adding like more dampener, like the low pass filter is live, me like gently touching, lowering it again. Like better or worse, like that's how I've always made stuff. But everything that I put out and that I make is all like live recorded, live made.
That's cool.
So like no automations, just all like twisted knobs.
And if you
dude will have no problem taking his setup live at all. It's already what he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, then I fuck it up 70 times, and like I re-record it, and then in Audacity, like you chop it and you like change the levels and everything like that. But that's how I do it for better or worse. It works for me, and it feels very like active. And I'll re-record things a lot. But then later on, someone's like, "What sample did you use?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I forgot actually." Like
LMAO.
I don't have like project
files. You don't keep an
saved
Excel
for anything.
spreadsheet of the samples that you used. Gotcha.
No, I do not. And I'm most of the times like I'm aware of what I did, what I used, what I sampled. But like in terms of like I don't have a project file where I can like re-render that. I'm like that's what I have. Like
Wow.
I made that 11:40 p.m. when I was drinking white Russians. Like
nice.
I'd have to like remake that from scratch, like to.
Yeah, for real. It reminds me a lot of like the story of the avalanches since I left you.
I love that song.
Love that album, yeah.
They like, you know, obviously there's hundreds and hundreds of samples chalked into this thing that they recorded mostly off of vinyl. And so, you know, when they came to clearing all of those, that was a mess. They didn't know, what they had
Unreal.
in there anymore. They had to re-record some of it for their new releases. So it's, yeah.
I remember they couldn't clear some of it. So like, there's a vinyl pressing of it that has like the original, and like the newer ones are missing stuff from like track 1 and track something else.
Yeah, I got the new pressing, and I was like, whoa, okay.
Sounds
missing
different,
some
huh?
stuff. I have the blue original one. I love that record so much.
Yeah.
Someone in chat said sampling is God, copyright is joke. I'd just like to point out I'm wearing the In Real copyright does not exist. Steal Everything 2006 shirt right now. Shout out fucking copyright does not exist.
I love it. Trademark is okay. Copyright is iffy. I think it's.
I get it.
Who did Forest Hills Drive?
I'm
J. Cole.
unfamiliar.
So J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive. The final track in that album is this long, like he just talks for like 13 minutes. He like
Oh wow.
he thanks Dale Earnhardt Jr. He shits on copyright. He's like, fuck this. This is really powerful when he says this. I wish I can copy paste the quote, but he's like, fuck this, fuck copyright. This shit took me so fucking long to clear. Fuck that. If you put something out there in the world, if you put your beauty out in the world, people should be able to take that and sample it and then make their own beauty out of it. Like he has that he's really serious when he says it. I think it pissed him off how long it took him to clear the samples.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
I
know of a
this is gonna be
vaporwave
bonus
artist who
track.
I know of a vaporwave artist who I won't name, who actually does clear all of his samples, and it is painstaking. It is not cheap, but he does it, and it's kind of cool to hear his take on that. But yeah,
that scares me a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
they
Well,
say no, like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a whole other conversation. Fear of being discovered or whatever. Man,
Yeah,
I gotta go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, we want attention, but we don't want too much attention. It's this really uncomfortable kind of place that we kind of exist in the scene.
Yep.
Where like you want to hear your stuff, see your stuff be heard, but like you don't want that artist to be like tweeting at you.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
yeah.
as long as you know
You don't
have
wanna,
the fair use, sufficient transformation, whatever. I don't know.
You don't want the Paul Hardcastle mention.
No, yeah.
No,
Oh my
you
God,
don't want to
like
go on
Facebook
Paul
stuff.
Hardcastle's
Oh my God.
Facebook page. Yikes.
Because then every Discord server blows up with "Did you see the?" and everyone talks about it. It's really uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yep. or you don't want the PZA where what was his name? Jordan F, I think, the synthwave artist, got some legal involvement, or at least threatened to. I don't know. Are you comfortable
That's what we
telling
don't
us a
want.
little bit about what you do outside of music, like what you do for your career, or other things that you do, other fandoms or like hobbies that you have?
Sure. I buy a lot of records. I buy a lot of cassettes. Like I
All
could go that
vaporwave,
for
or
all
like
the
what
time
else?
with my wife. Mostly vaporwave. At this point, I do want to buy Tap the Glass. It's a really good record by Tyler. Like it's good. Sorry.
okay.
My wife and I really like it a lot.
But, in other news, you're married. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Does your wife
10
like
years
your
this year.
music?
This was the. I don't think she's ever listened to it really.
You heard it
Like
on Hot
and
Takes.
I respect her honesty, and she's like, She like works in
LMAO.
copyright too, and like it's uncomfortable, but like it is what it is. Yeah. But,
I hit the. I keep trying to make the flames show up, and I'm turning off the wrong flame. The flame in
Is
the
there a
background.
flame button? Put the flame. On.
I
The
do have a
on.
flame button because I was going to use it. Flames does that. Okay, flame is the orange in the background of the logo. Whoops.
There we go.
Don't tape the glass. Yeah,
Don't tap the glass.
I know.
Don't tap the glass.
Discoholic put in chat. Don't tape the glass.
Don't tape the glass.
Can you-
It's real. It's danceable. It's good. And he said that like when he had the launch party, he's like, put your fucking phones away. He's like, people don't dance anymore. And he said, people are so fucking terrified these days of getting caught on film, caught on camera because of all like the social media and like recording. He's like, put your fucking phones away. The launch party, no phones. We're gonna fucking dance.
Wow.
Get silly. Dance. Do not feel like don't get embarrassed. And they just danced. And he talked about how like that was like really important for the event.
There's a progressive house label called This Never Happened that's run by this guy from Anjuna called Lane 8, and they do not allow people to use their phones at their shows. That's why they call it This Never Happened. It's kind of corny, but it seems to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm caught between, like, that's a little micromanagey, but also, like, okay, I see that's creating an experience. So Lane 8, who I'm actually a fan of, since people in chat appear to also be a fan. Lane 8 runs This Never Happened, and they do not allow you to use your phone at the show. It's like the Alamo Draft House. They'll kick you out if you have your phone.
I like that. Yeah. I used to go there a lot. Yeah. I did used to like a chocolate peanut butter milkshake, and some chicken tenders or something like that when I was watching.
As long as there's a good porter mixed into that chocolate peanut butter milkshake, I'll take it.
Very much. But yeah, like I'm like being born in 1990. Like I got my first phone when I was 9th grade, like my Nokia.
Oh, did you have like the brick phone?
I did, yeah. Yep. Like the new, I think I just released like the 2 new albums, which are just like ringtone albums, and I just love them because like I grew up with all that. I think it's the first picture's closer to what I had. It was a green one though. It was like a green Nokia, but you know, pre-video, you could text your friends. You could like pocket text. Like B was like hitting 2 twice.
Since you're from that era, like, what do you think about the whole Fruitiger Arrow thing, with like Dan Mason's album of like purposely low-res bit crush tracks, and Creative Zen's album of stuff that sounds literally like, you know, it's from the early 2000s.
I like it a lot. It is, and a lot of people I talk to really like it. One close friend of mine fucking hates it, and I'm like, fuck off. It's great. We love it.
I'm in the middle on it. Like, I like some of it. I like it. Yeah, like, I don't like stuff that's intentionally degraded in sound. I'm sorry, I just don't. And this is coming from an MP3 128 guy, but like I can't do anything lower than that.
I released on Hushtones, Sober Gazes, who's like an awesome friend. Sober Gaze is like it's like a 4-tape rave case that we released, but it's like 3 hours long. It's like really relaxing. It's really great.
Okay.
The secret lore behind the album is that it's about, I think, like 2 gay Japanese men is like what the sort of behind the scenes lore that Sober Gaze has of it.
Okay.
I love that. I'm also maybe gonna release something in December, or it might get pushed a little bit for design, but like personally, I doesn't really fit the Hushtones vibe, but like it does for me because I love it so much. It's not spooky, but I don't need to only release spooky stuff. I love it to death. Like when we got a Wii, like it was my little sister's Wii that she got for Christmas, and then we had to like ask her to use it, and we had to like there were 5 of us, and we had to like borrow time with the Wii.
Big family.
Yeah. Big family, yeah. But yeah, I love that sound, and reminds me of my childhood. I like it a lot, and I think it's a nice fresh sound for the scene.
I agree.
I like that Dan's playing with it. Yeah.
That and the vapor breaks are just really, really nice evolutions of the sound.
Yeah. As we kind of like move away from like Barber a little bit, you'll have like your 5 artists who stick around, but like I think the scene wants something like a little something different. Like maybe some chiptune, maybe some like Fruitiger. Maybe the cell phone album matches that a little bit.
I've noticed like the scene kind of like it follows a little bit in the trends of like what I see on YouTube recommendations. Like if you're like just scrolling on YouTube and it's like here's a little mix, and like for a while it was barber beats and that's all it was. It was just barber beats, yeah. And now it's like shifting into this Fruitiger Arrow / like jungle sort of sound, and that's just kind of been like this dominant thing that's kind of been.
Well, you know, the cool thing about the jungle is it's still super sample heavy. So, you know, as opposed to like Liquid D&B, which is pretty much completely just reworked. But you were going to say something on that, Brick. Go ahead.
I was going to say that, like, I feel like, you know, Pizza Hotline is like maybe the most popular modern person doing that kind of stuff. And I was shocked recently to see that he was like putting out stuff back in like 2019, 2020, that like he's been around for that long. Because to me, he's like a very new name for some reason. I don't know why.
He's good as shit too, and a delightful person to talk to in person. Did you chat with him at all at you were at Flamingo Fest 2025, right?
I was there.
I'm sure I saw you there. Yeah.
I mean, he was busy, but I was like, hey, what's up, Brickmason? I just want to say thank you for like being part of like Beats for a Broken World URL festival. And he was like, oh yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah, I'm happy I did that.
Yeah, you guys did a great time. You guys had a great time and did some great things.
That was really good. That's my only interaction with him, but he seemed really nice. I got to catch his set. He also remixed the whole RuneScape soundtrack, and I just bought that recently for like $9. They put it on sale. And I was like, ching, that's an easy buy. But that was a great URL festival. Talk about that for a second, maybe.
Yeah, tell me about Beats for a Broken World. I know it was raising money for type 1 diabetes. How did that come about?
Type 2 diabetes? Which is the one that you're born with?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
type 2
sure.
diabetes.
Somebody
So
who's
it
not
was,
running a live show, Google that shit.
Oh Jesus, where's Doki at?
Type 1.
Alright, here's the
Everybody's saying 1.
type 1
Okay.
diabetes research. I should know this. I was anyway. Well, I'm not the one with the diabetes, but
I
Doki's
feel
been
like
doing this
that's
for years.
that feels right. Type 1 is the one you're born with.
Yeah.
It's type 2. I should know this. He's gonna be pinging me on Discord right now. But it was a 2-day event, entirely online, and we raised over $3,000 for
Huge.
type 1 diabetes research, and a lot of old friends of mine. Like, I hadn't talked to Georgie1802 in like
Oh, I love
3
Georgie.
years, I think. Georgie's like an
Georgie's
incredible,
delightful to talk to.
awesome person to talk to, really talented visual artist. We got to connect after like 3 years we hadn't talked. They did the visuals for my first ever like URL fest, like forever ago.
Wow, that's
Got
terrific.
to bring them in for it. The visual artists, we had like Ishiburadai and Robin Circle, who we like met for the first time.
Nice.
They contacted us, and now we chat a bunch, and they're awesome. David Dab Wizard jumped in for some visuals. DXM
Who
did some
apparently
good
is an
stuff for
actor.
Intermaniac.
Like,
Who is?
we found Dab Wizard is an
David?
actor. I think short stuff. If you're in chat, girl,
No
like
shit.
it
What?
linked us to like apparently like
David?
Dab Wizard showed up on like not Judge Judy, but like some judge show with his actual mother, and they like had this fake story about how he wanted his mom to move out into this old folks home so he could have her house. Yeah, apparently Dab Wizard. I don't think I'm
Jesus.
saying anything that people don't already know. I mean, you're on IMDb, dog. Dab Wizard is an actor. Unbelievable. Sorry to hijack the show, but yeah,
Nice. I did
hit
not know
me-
that. He was at
it
Flamingo
hit me
too.
like
we
a
talked
train.
a whole bunch.
he's a character for sure.
Yeah, those are all the people who were doing like visual stuff, and I wanted to say them before any music stuff because visual artists sometimes don't get like that same level of attention.
Absolutely,
but, like,
and they
they're, like,
need it.
a heartbeat, a lot of the scene. Like they're bringing stuff to life visually. Being idiots like me who can make music, but I don't know visuals. Yeah, we had Dev Seb, we had Castile, we had Christ, Majestic 12, who helped to organize the whole thing, obviously.
Shout out Majestic
Gore,
12.
Imkopav, shout out Majestic 12. Frank Jevsey had a really fun set. Christ's set was
Love
like
Frank.
we had to censor some stuff in it. I think we had to censor
Imagine
stuff in
that.
Frank's too.
Christ
think we
and
had to
Frank
censor things
had to be
in
censored.
Imkopav's
Imagine
too.
that. That's
I
hilarious.
forgot why, but like yeah, I think in one of them
The
something
whole
was like
scaring
moving, and
trio there.
I think Doki had to learn how to like censor something while it was moving. Actually,
Oh
something
my
weird
God.
with that. Like yeah. A lot of Doki artists who like I've discovered recently were on there, like Karai Death, who was like fantastic. People I've released on Hushtones, like International Telecom. Crystal had an awesome set. Lots of design work on Hushtones at this point.
Nice.
Tefko, who was in chat right now, had an awesome set, which was amazing. Like a lot of people, but it was 2 days. We had this fucking weird skin dance set, and I don't mean it like weird in a bad way. It was just like
It was good.
startlingly different.
I was telling Lux today,
shockingly
like I love doing
itself.
a set that's completely different because people remember that shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Very
I've done
memorable.
future funk
Yeah.
sets, sure, to get the crowd dancing, but I love playing stuff that just completely off the wall because people will remember that, you know.
Yeah.
We had M310 and Lover's Dream, I think, did like a joint set together. I have something for them coming up on Hushtones, like
Nice.
awesome musicians. Luxury Elite, obviously, had a
Hell
great
yeah.
set, and I think she showed off a lot of like. I think Lux was like, "Is it okay if I like play stuff from like friends and stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's who you are. Like, you've always been someone who like hypes up other people and like lifts them. Like that's entirely appropriate to like where your interests lie and like who you are." When I think of who Lux is,
I love all
on
the
Discord
experimentation
and-
that she's had in live stream and live sets lately. Like one of my favorite things that she's done is, you know, I mean, we all love good blends and beat matching, but like when she just stops the song, plays a commercial, starts the next song, plays a commercial, starts the next song, like it takes so much stress away from having to beat match, and also like it's so immersive, and I really like it. Plus like the side projects and the DJ sets, the curation, like. Of course, I would shout
Shout
her
out. out.
but you know,
link it. Someone link Neon Nights. But stepping
Hell
back
yeah.
for a second, like URL fests, like they don't have to be like a big charity thing. You don't have to be like, oh, we have to raise money for this. Like they're just fun. It was the first time that I got to like get my name out there a little bit, and just got to like express myself that way and like feel seen by anyone. URL fests are a lot of fun. They're a lot of work. There's one that is currently taking place. Let me link it in chat because the people doing it are like they're forming their collective, they're forming their group. and they're doing their own like URL festival. It's Pool Plants. It's
oh yeah, Night Leak.
People, but Night Leak.
Yeah, it's going
they're currently
towards the
like
Trevor Project.
Yeah. Can you link what Trevor Project is, or can we talk about it in a moment?
Yes. Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know much about it, but
so
I do want to shout it out.
You know what? I donate to the Trevor Project occasionally, and I do it because my employer will actually match my donations. I believe. Oh, this is embarrassing. I believe it isn't the Trevor Project for like LGBTQ people that are like in need, that are like in distress. I think.
I just googled it, and I should know this, but it says it's suicide prevention for LGBTQ.
I literally donate to
it. Young people in particular. It's like a crisis support hotline, services, advocacy. So it's great what they're doing. At the same time, URL Fest is a good way to like get your name out there and just like to be part of something. You can work to organize yourself and reach out because people in the scene want to help with things like that. It's a lot of work. I flew out to Ohio for it, and I was like, "Hey, Doki," and he had a whole streaming setup in the basement. I think Crystal saw it too, right?
Yeah.
You were on the couch with us. You were on the couch. Thank God he did all that work because all I had to do was fly.
That is a lot of work.
And look at it,
man,
and then critique him and eat Dots pretzels. That's all I had to do. Cassette Cash was also part of it. So that was Cassette Cash, who runs Vault of Discoveries, Hushtones, and Doki Doki Beats, and really good friends. Shout out Bruce.
Juggernauts.
I did nothing. I just watched Doki just toil.
So you guys had like interstitials, right, in between sets. You guys would like kind of ham it up on camera, kind of like a lot of other live stream events have done that. Vaporade, Sanctuary, URL. You did that as well. I'm pretty sure. That's a good time. If you're resonating with the audience, like. But it's a lot of work for the organizer.
It was a little like nerve-wracking at first, but like we were just fine after that.
Right.
We also made like Doki. I want to say we made it. Doki made custom bumps between each set that were like really well made using music from Metro Rail, who's like a newer signal wave artist who samples like the Metro sounds and aesthetics out in California.
Nifty. Okay.
We used their music for like every single bump between tracks, and then we just like talked about, hey, that was. Bobby will talk about Tefco because he's friends with the artist and in person and has released them.
Hell yeah!
We all got to talk about the people that like we invited to have on the show, why we like their music so much, what they're all about. That was amazing. That was really, really good.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Honestly, I'm overdue for my own URL show or a Hot Takes URL show because I'm literally a DJ. Like as long as I know what I'm talking about and don't get stage fright, I could talk about artists that I love for ages. And I'm going to run and grab another drink really quick. But before I do that, I got to ask you about Hushtones. Without naming any names, like, how do you determine when you get a submission? First of all, let's hear about how the submissions work. But second of all, like, how do you determine, like, okay, this is good, I want to release this versus, no, this isn't going on Hushtones. Like, what's that look like?
I get a lot of submissions, and I try, like, to respond to people. Sometimes I forget. Or sometimes like they feel a little like rude almost. It sounds weird to say that, but like I got a submission like 3 days ago, and I was like, holy fuck! I wanted to release this. Like when I first started the label, I was like, I want to have like good key signal wave, and this was like one of like the albums I wanted to release. And this is the artist like a year later like submitting it to me, and I'm like, hi, I'm so happy to hear from you. This is one of my favorite albums of all time in the scene.
Nice.
But a lot of the curation has been like me reaching out, honestly. Skelly reached out early, like Skeleton Lipstick submitted definitely.
Yeah, he really likes Hushtones. I remember, between you and me having conversations with him about him trying to figure out which label to roll with, and he was like, I think I'll use Hushtones. I like the sound, the design. I like that guy. Just he had a lot of good things to say about it.
I'm happy to hear that. Some labels will release everything. I think that's perfectly fine. Those are labels that are releasing things that like they love. So you're gonna have labels like My Pet Flamingo, who has moved over time from like future funk to like they did Zero's ambient album. They just put out like Barber tape, and like they do everything. And then some labels are really like true to themselves, like Aqua Blanca, Liminal Garden, to an extent Geometric Lullaby, but he dabbles in different places.
Yep.
But I wanted to have like a strong
no more breakcore apparently.
Yeah, I saw. I think he should like circle back. Like I totally get why that was a whole thing. But like, I don't know, like Doki's done that. Doki's kind of taken over like a lot of breakcore stuff, and it's fucking good.
Hard.
And those are like, but but like in terms of like what I want to release, at this point I'm booking out to like next June, so I'm kind of telling people like, which sounds like weird, but like I release every 2 weeks. I want to give like a week break between each one if I can, and there's like a couple like really exciting things that I'm gonna release that I'm excited for. I've just released this like incredible fucking amazing anime under one of his like aliases. Like it's so incredible. I had to reach out immediately and be like, please let me do this. So that'll be like next year sometime. But I love that new album that he made. It's like it's like crushed glitter, like someone typed on Bandcamp for like their little comment. It's so good. So I don't know. I try to like reply to people, but people will like Instagram me or they'll Discord me. Sometimes I'll reach out. But more recently I've had to say that like it's like myself, my first big release was like Underwater Computing. It was the Night Skies release.
We got some people in chat that love that guy.
Yeah, and like I love Underwater Computing so much, and Dawid is a good person. He's a good guy, but like nothing against him. His timeline is what it is, and he told me, and that was fine. But it was 18 months from the time that like I submitted it to the time that the tape came out, which is fine. And he was transparent about that, totally fine. But like I was a different artist by that point, and like the music wasn't to my standards by that point. Well, kind of awkward, but I was happy to have the release and I was proud of it. But I just feel like it's weird to like that time. Like I've got to wait a bit before taking submissions again because the timeline doesn't feel fair to artists. And there's a lot of great labels putting stuff out. So anyway, I reach out a lot. I just put out Disease, and I reached out to him back in like March or April, and I was like, I love this album.
So you take submissions, but you also kind of curate.
Yeah, if I look at the page right now, like Dreamcastle, I attended that live event, which was incredible.
Oh, shit. I'm jealous of you.
Yeah.
Dreamcastle is so cool.
He's a good guy. I got to meet
He's
him,
a sweetie.
Like, the person whose voice is on Meditations on Anxiety, I got to meet her.
You met her?
Person.
That's his spouse,
yes,
isn't it?
And, like,
I'm pretty sure he said that it was his
spouse. And yeah. And I was like, she greeted us, and I was like, I know your fucking voice. I know your. It's like I'm talking to David Attenborough. Like I know exactly who. Yeah. Like
that was. I'm so sorry to have to talk about it again because I've talked about it so much, but that was the biggest like surprise tearjerker that I've seen or experienced in years. It was like, oh cool, Lego and visuals and nostalgia, and then all of a sudden just this extremely pointed, very, very deeply cutting nostalgic experience, and it was just like Waterworks.
The movie is like that scene in the movie is like a 3D Blender rendition of their entire. I have a couple overstock, but
I should buy that off of you because I need it.
It's so beautiful. It's what I aspire to. It's like that. Deeply personal. I'm almost like processing something when I make what I make. That's how I felt about that album. Like, so I reached out and I went with Celadon Dream Suite, who's a good friend. Like he's like, I drove 4 hours for that event. He drove from, I don't want to dox where he lives, but south of New York somewhere. We both drove several hours to meet up. We had awesome food. We met up there together. We got to be like there for the live event. So like afterwards I reached out to Dreamcastle and I was like, I experienced this as like a live visual album. I know it's music, but like it sounds silly, but would you want to do like VHS? And I think we sold like 100 in like 7 or 8 days.
Dreamcastle is so profoundly skilled in so many different respects. Like incredibly underrated artist.
Very
in
much.
A scene with so much talent. Like wow.
Yeah, it's a crowded scene, and like, you know, and like a good person too. I want to release good music by good people. I don't really want to like, how do you say that? What's that phrase? I'm getting tired.
Like you don't want to platform bad actors.
I don't want to break my rules there. Yeah, I don't want to break my rules. I want to like release good music by good people for the most part.
I like that.
There's a couple albums that are like beautiful, but the person who released it is kind of questionable, and I'm like, there's just like.
Are they a breakcore artist?
No.
Damn. So like,
most breakcore artists are not that bad. Like,
I'm joking. I love breakcore. Like that's
they go wild on Twitter. I'll see like lots of screenshots on Twitter from those people. I'm like, jeez. Doki knows.
Yeah. I try to stay away from there, but no judgment.
Anyway, but Yeah. So I reach out for lots of stuff. For submissions, I do tend to like reach out and say like, I love this project. Would you be interested? Like Sponge Taker, I reached out. Anyway, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And then lots of stuff for next year. Like it's really like, I try to make sure I don't release like 3 signal waves in a row, or like I try to like vary what I'm releasing if I can. So that also impacts like when I release something, but there's like an intention. I'm always looking at like the digital page. I'm like very proud of what I release. Like I love the Hushtones digital page so much. Like shout out to anyone who's ever released on Hushtones. Like there's not a single album on there where I'm like, that was kind of like not as great. Like I love everything that's on there.
Yeah, it's a great selection. How do you like balance your time? Because I'm obviously you work, you've got your own music, and then you've got Hushtones. How do you make it all work?
Well, I hire designers like you, and I'm like, can you do the designs, please? That helps on time. Probably like a lot. I've done some designs for the label, like sticker labels and stuff. I'm currently dubbing 50 tapes for Halloween, and then I have to dub like 250 to 300 more through like February. What are you drinking? What is that? Is it a porter?
It's a Martzen beer. Sorry, didn't mean to distract.
No, it's good. I'm like, I don't know, because like when I wake up, Saturday mornings are like precious. Like that's my one time. I wake up 8 a.m., make hot coffee, and then I get to like make music for the first time in like a week. Yeah. And sometimes I have to like do financial stuff or like pack a lot of tapes before noon when USPS closes, or it's really hard to balance like making new stuff that I want to like make and label stuff. But I like label stuff. Like it's everything. I want to ship stuff like immediately. I get pride. I've gotten messages before. I have a new order and I have like a tracking number for them like in like 15 minutes. And I've gotten emails before with like, what the fuck?
Impressive.
I'm like, great, cool.
Yeah, they're like, what? It's not 3 months later?
Like we've all heard the stories of the historic bad labels and the fingernails and like toenails taking money. Toenail, thank you. Toenail or toenails?
All kinds of detritus makes it into that guy's packages.
I got a lottery ticket.
Did you?
Did you win?
Yeah.
Shame. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, like label stuff is fun. It's talking with artists. Like I've made like a lot of friends through it. Like Bentoboy's like an awesome guy.
Bentoboy's so fucking cool. I've actually been in their DMs in the past week praising one of the albums that they did. I was just like, okay, like I heard a song that sounded kind of ambient, sounded like it was just like classic Vapor because Lux played it. Shout out Lux for just keeping my finger on the pulse to Vaporwave.
My mind, I want to say.
Yeah, I listened to a song from that. And it was straight up like a breaks track, and I was just like, what? The boy makes breaks too? So I jumped at his DMs and I was like, this set fucks. Like you're making great stuff. Talented. Please keep doing it. And I've got a track by Bentoboy in a as yet unannounced. Well, fuck it. It's an hour-long Vaporwave set I'm doing for Dystopian Oasis's upcoming live stream event. Hour of Vaporwave, mixed by yours truly, and I found a way to put the Bentoboy track that Lux showed me towards the end of it, because it's a beautiful track. Shout out Bentoboy. Thanks for dropping their name.
And he plays live. Like, I want to say he's out in Arizona somewhere.
He's in Denver, dude. He's in Denver. I was like, do you know Luxury Noise? Do you know Truman? Do you know Back When? Like, there's so many people in Denver. Y'all could be playing a dream show together. You know?
He does play some events, which is cool. So, but shout out Bentoboy, like, talented and, yeah.
Yeah, Bentoboy's in Denver. All right, I'm gonna ask you some wacky questions before we go to the audience questions. What is a piece of art that you think exists only for commercial or non-artistic purposes?
Fucking AI anything. Like there's these awkward, horrible, bouncy AI people. Like it's gross. You said other art that's only.
For a second, I thought generative AI. I was like, all right, cool. This is a great tool. This is for inspiration. You know, it takes the automate. Yeah. It's a not cost saving. It's a labor saving device. And then it just like quickly became, all right, this sucks. You guys are draining lakes to make the worst deep fakes and the worst misinformation of all time.
Yeah, I mean, now it's just like Hitler fighting Michael Jackson on Maury. Like, there's fucking weird AI slop that's humorous but dumb. But your question was the art that's made for
Art that
you
only
repeat the question again?
exists for commercial and non-artistic purposes. That's a good answer. I mean, you got other examples? The fucking little people on your
know.
Kroger ads, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my god, I hate those guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're delightful.
What you're saying is edging on the whole conversation where I tend to be like, there's all art is art. There's no bad art. It's leaning in that direction a little bit, but
this is the kind of content I crave. Someone said stomp clap, hey.
Yeah, I mean like the yeah, some music feels soulless, but it's whatever. Like I go to work with older people and they love that kind of stuff, and I'm like, all right, like it's all for someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I was telling you in the intro, like I like to play the heel. The probably most popular example is my famous loathing of electro swing, which is objectively bad. But just about everything else, it's cool, man. I won't whatever floats your boat. I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum.
Yeah, I try not to. I do have one friend who I was just shitting on him like on the couch like an hour ago.
That's hot.
Like, if you like Taylor, that's your thing. If you like the new album, that's your thing. No one likes it. You like it, whatever. But like he's only Facebooked about that every single day, several times a day for 4 days now. But that's all that's on his Facebook right now. Like only that, exclusively that.
Oh.
And I'm like,
I wish I loved anything that much.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So.
Also, that was probably me when like Fallout 4 was coming out. I was way too.
You no-lifed that shit when it dropped, didn't you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Tech honors when Final Fantasy Rebirth drops.
Taylor Swift doing huge work getting a younger generation into music. Yeah, because the younger generation wouldn't like it otherwise. Good take, Doki Doki Beats.
I think I muted us for a second by accident. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, did you really? Because I was shitting on.
I was trying to mute myself because I'm over here burping in the mic, and I think I muted the whole. Anyways, go ahead.
Taylor Swift doing huge work getting a younger generation into music. Because they wouldn't like music otherwise.
Okay, Doki
right?
Doki Beats. What is Taylor Swift the gateway drug for? Like, what can we do? Get them into Caroline Loveglow, I guess?
Oh my god.
I think you just cut out there.
Yeah,
you might have to say that again. Yeah, you might have to repeat that one.
Oh, what? Sounded like it worked on my end. I said, what is Taylor Swift the gateway drug for? Are we going to be able to use her to get people into Caroline Loveglow? I was just trying to make a snarky joke. Whoops, it bombed.
It's fine. Like I teach very young kids. I'm a teacher, and like my kids like it. We do like movement breaks, movement breaks on YouTube. It all serves someone. People like it. People also like things that other people know what it is. It can be hard to be a vaporwave
Being
fan
able to share things.
No one knows what you're talking about.
It's alienating. Yeah, having grown up listening to a lot of stuff that like nobody else was into, it can be not fun. But when you finally find your tribe, it's really validating.
Yeah, makes it all the more better.
When you explain what vaporwave is, you just make it worse. Like you can't explain it in a way where you're like, no, it's slowed down. Like,
no, you don't get it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll say Cardigan's good. Like I like Folklore. It's a good record by Taylor. I did flip that record for like $300 because it was blue, and someone in California wanted the blue one, so I sold it for like $300. And I was like, "All right, dude, I'll use this to buy jackets for my first record press on Hushtones. I'll do it."
So my next question for you is, what is like the weirdest comment or message you've received on Bandcamp or like Twitter or like any of your social medias?
The weirdest
banger question.
Like in a I got one weird submission that I don't think is bad. I think it just said release, and it was a link.
Release?
Release, like all caps, question mark, question mark, question mark. Half the time I'm just like, is this Dennis? But I clicked on it. It's a Death Dream album. Maybe I can find it. It's a Death Dream album.
So it's Dennis.
Like, in the Mormon church, there's this thing where like you like shake hands through like a curtain or something like that, and that's like the album cover is like this grainy image. Someone snuck a camera into the Mormon church, and you're not supposed to do that, and they took a picture of it. And the whole album seems to be like maybe from like someone who maybe left the Mormon church and is like making something about it. That was a weird submission.
Hydroplane's in the chat saying that was their album.
Was it actually?
That's my album. No way.
Are you fucking kidding
You
me?
heard it on
fucking
Hot
shot,
Takes.
dude. I remember that. It's not a bad album. It's weird, and I'm like, I've never forgotten that. And it wasn't. It didn't feel sarcastic, and it didn't
Release?
Feel,
question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Hey, R in the chat
Jesus
for release,
Christ.
you guys.
So that was a
Oh my
weird
God.
submission, but it wasn't like inappropriate or it wasn't like awkward or you know. Anyway,
That's great.
So yeah, that was a weird email. Thank you.
Now, hey, give the
I'll
people
take a
what
look
they
at
want.
it again. I'll take a look at it again. It's
What is-
fucking long though. Remember, it's like 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. It's a long album. I remember that album.
Come on, you guys. You got to stop that shit.
You did make a whole email address for it too. I remember it. Yeah. All right, next question. Sorry.
No, I just want to know, like, what's a common misconception about being a label owner?
I don't know. I hear like the money thing a lot. Like I release things that I just love. Like I really, really, really do. So maybe there's a misconception that like it's like a money thing or whatever. But I release like I started the label in the first place because I think it was Soft Replica's Only Ever in Dreams. I want to release
Nice.
that, but like he kind of
That's a
disappeared.
phenomenal.
If anyone's
One of
heard from
bro,
him.
like
love
I could
that
get you in
album.
touch with
I
him
love
if you
that
need
album.
to. That guy's a very dear friend of mine, and that's a 10 out of 10 album. There's a few vaporwave albums that are flawless to me, and that album is flawless, in my opinion.
It's really good. But that particular album, I was like, I messaged many different labels, and I was like, can you please release this? Like, I love this. And they're like, I don't know. But like at a certain point, I wanted to make a label just to release things that I wish that I would buy if I wasn't releasing it. Everything I'm looking at my little tape rack here with all the Hushtones stuff. And everything I release is stuff that I wish someone else was putting on tape or vinyl or whatever. Like, so that's how I approach that. Like, it's stuff that I want to play on my radio show because I've got like a local radio show here. The vinyl I want to play live. The tapes, we have a Tascam that finally works again. I play it live when I can.
Hard.
Maybe that's the main one. I can't think of other like misconceptions. I genuinely will chat my head off with people who like message me. Like I do really care about. I've got a couple buddies who I talk to a bunch. It's not all just money. Like it's, yeah. No
Yep.
toenails.
I think people think
Yeah.
it's
No
more about
toenails.
toenails than money for sure. I think people definitely think that
Yeah,
people are pocketing all that money and getting rich off of 100-run vaporwave cassette drop. Like, I mean, maybe
They're
some
just
people
buying
are,
toenail
but
clippers.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alex, he told me the same thing about the remixes. I think he said he stopped hearing from you, actually. That's when I was talking to him last about it. I do want to put that on vinyl. Like, we have the vinyl master done for it. Like, I fucking love that album. But from what I recall, Alex, like, reach out again. He kind of disappeared. He's a great guy. He's a good friend. I love that album. I love the remixes. They're really, like, they're very good.
Are you
And I
talking about like the
paired
break
put
one,
that
the
on
ones with
Pacific.
like break beat? Because
It's like the jungle one, yeah.
Yeah, he showed me. I think he did.
the
I think he
CD.
was in a live stream, or he did like a guest mix for someone, and he had a bunch of like breaks remixes, and I was like, you need to give me that shit. Like, I need to put that in a DJ set like yesterday, and I don't remember if he
Right, I
sent
just
or
linked
not.
it.
Yeah, good.
Soft Replica is the who's the guy who pushes the rock up the hill? Is that Sisyphus? Who pushes the rock?
I don't think it's
In the Greek
Sisyphus,
mythology.
but I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, this is the greatest
Yeah,
tragedy
you're
of the
right on
scene.
that.
Is it Sisyphus?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is it Sisyphus? Okay.
He spent like I got it. He spent like over 1,000 hours making Only Ever in Dreams, and then he stopped making music because it burned him out so badly. It's like we got this incredible album out of it, but it also like made him stop making music, at least for a very
Yeah.
long time. But like, I think about that a lot actually.
You know,
So,
as I understand it, and I
very-
don't want to tell his tales, but it's very much a product of the lockdown era of the pandemic. And
That makes sense too, yeah.
as I understand it, I think he was an essential worker. You know, he's an anonymous musician, so I don't want to talk too much. But I believe he is a union electrician, or at least at one time was. But other than that, I mean, he just like a lot of us had a lot of free time on his hands, and I believe that's when he started sending me like, oh, maybe I'll start making some vaporwave, you know, and sending me stuff, and I was like, this is pretty good. I'm not going to take any credit. It was all him, but you know, it's like you should keep doing
Yeah.
this.
I like it a lot. Well, thank you for that, but Yeah, I just love that album so much. So
Me too.
anyway, he's kind of like the story of like I was sending that album to like Celadon Plaza, to Doki, to like I think to Geo even.
Wow.
Anyway, I was like, someone please release this.
Good on
I
you.
was like, I should. Anyway, yeah. We have 8 minutes. Can I talk about our event we're doing next year?
We have 8 minutes
Yeah.
until audience submitted questions. So yes, talk about the event. And as a reminder, at the end of every episode, we do have a time for you to talk about whatever you want. So there's no pressure. But yes, please tell us about it.
Vod is saying that I'm entertaining, so thank you, Vod. I'm not messing this up so bad. Myself and Doki, we do not have a name for it yet because we're not creative people, even though we're artists. But
Yeah, you had me fooled.
on May 16th, May 16th next year, we're doing a live show in Detroit. It's going to be a 6-hour event from 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. We have a lot of artists who are all said yes so far. I'm not here to talk about the lineup at all, but we're doing a live show next year. And maybe, like, I don't know, maybe this is back to the misconceptions thing, but this is what I think labels should do, like, make live experiences happen, make memories happen. George stopped doing it, so someone else has to. And Ronnie from Vaporspace has always said that people should like pop up and do their different shows all over the country and do different things. But
Love that guy.
we're going to Detroit. He's awesome. Like super awesome dude. We're doing a live show in Detroit, May 16th. It's a Saturday. It just happens to be the 2nd anniversary of Hushtones. It's like the day.
Ooh, that's
Wow.
It's also the
perfect.
new moon. It's also the new moon, so maybe we'll do like a Twilight New Moon themed
Unreal.
show.
I'm
wanna
looking
do
forward to that.
I want to do a 3 Wolf Moon t-shirt for it, but it doesn't quite fit because you don't see the new moon. Like it's the moon you don't see. But
That's
regardless,
true.
fuck it. I like moons. We're doing it. It's like a 150 capacity rooftop venue that's like fucking
Oh,
gorgeous.
wow.
It's
It's,
Doki Doki
cool.
it's a great
Beats.
venue.
It's a really good spot. But it's Doki Doki Beats and myself. I don't want to spoil the venue if that's okay, but I will be. Should I? Does it matter? Let me ask Doki. Should I spoil the venue? Should I spoil the venue? People seem excited. No. Should I spoil the venue? Fucking answer me.
It
He
says
said he
in
don't
chat,
care.
I don't care, lol.
Sure. It's the Majestic. So, ironically, we're probably gonna have Majestic 12 play there too. So the Majestic 12 at the Majestic. They have like this
Unreal.
rooftop venue that's gonna be like in May in Detroit. Maybe like a little chilly. Average temperatures are like 65, 63, but like a rooftop vaporwave show, 6 hours, lots of big names in the scene. I'm like very, very, very excited for it, and we're planning that. The labels should do like URL fests and take the shoulder that a little bit. Labels should try to like make live things happen if they can, and we're trying to do that. We're
Shout
really
out,
excited
man.
about that.
Sounds
It's really exciting.
kind of stressful.
Yeah,
That too.
it's really. I'm gonna make him do all the work for it, just like the live streaming for the last URL festival we did in the basement. Make him do it
Hell
all.
yeah.
We're and doing it with someone else is like really helpful. Like we are. I'm the one like mainly like talking with like the venue and organizing a lot of that. I need him for the tech stuff because I don't fucking know. So we're definitely gonna share that a little bit. And it feels good to do it with someone else because if I fail, then he fails too.
Yikes. Ah, you
me
won't
very
fail. You
happy.
got this. Raina, did you ask the last question?
I can't remember.
I feel like you
can't
did. I
remember.
don't want to talk over you at all. I feel like you did.
Yep.
Let me get one more
Oh, and
zinger
one more
in before
thing.
we go to audience questions.
Go
But
for
yes,
it.
finish your thought. I'm sorry, sir.
The best thing about the scene, fuck the music, it's the people by far. Like the best experiences I've had by far are like the Dreamcastle live event, being there with Celadon Dream Suite, meeting
So
like Tefco
jealous.
in person and walking around, meeting Lover's Dream in San Antonio, meeting M310 in Ohio, Cassette Cash in Ohio, like Majestic a couple times. Like it's my friends like in person. These live events. Econ 3 was my first event. I did see Disco Holic there in the Disco Ball
Nice.
before he got COVID.
That guy's terrific.
First place I met Alex from Pacific. I met Aqua Blanca there, but it's like these live events. Like that's when we get to leave our our comfortable, nostalgic bedrooms and like dance and meet each other in person, and those are like the most magical moments. I love the guys from Revenant Cassette Corp. That is Darth Wave, Lynx Linux, and Ronan Farrow. And Ronan said that when he left Econ 3, I want to say, that he almost had like this like spiritual breakdown, like in the hotel, in the airport bathroom, of like how like overwhelmed he was with how like powerful it was to be there and to like meet everyone and to like meet his friends. And like by far that's what the scene is all about, is like coming together in person and like just hugging people and seeing your friends and like
it's
put your
important.
fucking phone away and you just dance, be silly and be like just fucking dance. Yeah, so that's what the scene's all about. It's like the people. Don't be a weirdo.
Thoroughly
be normal.
agree.
Go dance. And I like the live events a lot. So yeah, and what Crystal did with Nostalgia Lounge was a huge inspiration. Like that was an incredible event. I got to meet Vod there for the first time. I got to meet Luxury Noise for the first time.
Terrific guy.
I think that's where I met Shiro for the first time in person.
I feel like it. Yeah. I distinctly remember outdoors, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm a Bobby," and I was like, "I'll never forget that." Because I think you asked what my name was, or maybe you asked me how I wanted to be addressed. So I returned.
Do I call you Shiro or?
That's fine.
Is the existence of young Shiro implied the
young
existence of an old Shiro?
A young Kuro, yeah, or an old Shiro, yeah. All that's fine. Isaac is my real name, so that's cool too. Well, why don't we go ahead and start with the audience submitted questions? I mean, may as well. I don't need to ask any more zingers. Solo Dolo with a terrific question wants to know if you can change one thing about vaporwave, what would it be and why?
I would change every person out and make them all Solo Dolo. I think that everyone in the scene should be
Solo
like,
Dolo's amazing.
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! The dude at the front of every show screaming and cheering people on. Like, I love Solo.
Me too.
I need more of that energy. The naysayers, get rid of the naysayers. You don't have to like everything, but it's great to like leave Bandcamp comments when you love something. It's great to like shout something out, to lift others up.
I need to do that.
I even said that this summer I was gonna leave a comment every day on an album that I love, and I did it like on like 2. I did it on like a Furry Death Dream album that I love, and I did it I did it on like a couple things. But so one thing I would change is like back to that first question, I guess, from Crystal. Just the idea of like people should like just release things that they love themselves. And it can feel shitty to spend fucking 18 hours, 30 hours on something. It sounds like it feels like you're shouting into the void. You get no listens on your profile because you can see that. It's disheartening. But at the same time, like, you should make things that you love. Like, don't make a barber alias if it doesn't speak to you. Like, you should make things that you love. You should, yeah, like, this isn't like a popularity contest. You should be making things to process something, to, you know, your art should like mean something to you. So I get upset when I see on Discord people, especially like new artists, up and coming artists, where like it feels bad when no one listens to your stuff and you're being ignored. So I don't know, just keep it up, keep making stuff you love.
Yep.
People will notice it.
Sometimes you have to scream into the void for years, and then someone will notice, and it becomes like an exponential thing.
Release on business, release on Bogus Collective. Shout out Twin Pines Mall. It's like the one place that everyone can have their first release and get some attention. Super cool dude. Helped me design the Volkswagen albums. Anyway, that's that. Good question, Solo.
Very cool. Yeah, terrific question. We got one from MP3 Neptune. Says, you went over it a bit earlier, but I was wondering if we could get into more detail. How would you describe Hushwave to someone who isn't terribly familiar with the more avant-garde side of music?
Hushwave, I would say, is really... I mean, the way I explain to people who truly don't know like anything about the scene, I'll say like, so imagine like FK Twigs. And you slow that down, slow it down, and her voice still kind of keeps like the high pitched, and it becomes, when you slow it down, a lot of it is like slowed down pop music in particular. EDS also slows down like Korean pop, K-pop stuff, but it's like that. It gets hushy. It gets kind of like romantic to me. I don't think it's edgy. I think it's like romantic and lovely. I think it is like touching on
it's like the union of sexy and kind of spooky. Very like Holy Other-esque.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about this too. For me, Vaporwave sits in like 2 categories of like the past and the way that we think about it. It sits like it's about nostalgia, which is maybe more optimistic and positive, and it's more like melancholic, which is like sadder. And I'm not a happy dude. I'm not a happy person. I never have been. and it's like that darker stuff that really like appeals to me and speaks to me, like very
I
very
can
much.
relate to that.
And Hushwave, yeah, life's tough, and a lot of that's chemicals, what have you. But Hushwave is very melancholic, and I like that. I like it a lot. I take it seriously. I like something that's spooky and pretty and kind of haunting and gentle and beautiful. Like that's a good Hushwave track is like that. There's been a couple tracks that have been released that I've actually like stepped away and I've been like, fuck, that's beautiful. Like I'll never be able to make something that's that pretty. I think the Beatles got that way when Pet Sounds came out, that they like got upset at how good it was. I remember reading about that. And that's how I feel about a couple of Hushwave tracks that like really stand out with how just like crushingly beautiful they are. That's all. So that's my Hushwave thing.
Terrific answer. Love that.
Yeah.
Great question from Cheers for Changes. Do you have a dream sample you want to use, but you have not made the right beat for?
I don't make any beats. I just slow stuff down. I wish I could make beats. A dream sample or something I really, really want to sample. I don't think so. The things that I just jump at it right away.
Nice.
Like, I have an album that I made already that's just like a bunch of like Ghost in the Shell, like Kingdom Hearts samples. It's a lot of fun. Like that's a next year thing.
Perfect.
I've sampled some Touch the Back. Yeah. Not like a dream one, but like I want to get like into more like sampling K-pop-y kind of stuff.
There's
why
good
not?
sounds
Not
in
so much.
K-pop.
Yeah. K-pop is pretty.
Antilles would like to know how hard/expensive are tape/vinyl logistics?
It can be expensive. Like the Disease record I just released, I priced it at $32. I'm not trying to make more money. The Obi strips are fucking expensive, and the jackets were expensive.
Yes.
Like, it just is. And it didn't even cover the increased cost, but fuck it, it looks fucking gorgeous. Like Insomaniac did a great job on it, and it deserves it. I love that album. So yeah, I would say I price tapes at like about 12 or 13. I only go to 14 if it has like hollow foil or if it has like an Obi strip because it jumps up a bit. But I think you can charge like 12 or 13. I think you can do like a run of like 40 or 50 and an artist makes like $100, label makes like $100. Like that's
Nice.
about what it looks like if you are releasing.
Super fair.
And that's a large run. That's like 40 or 50.
Mhm.
A lot of labels putting out like really gorgeous music are doing like 25, 30 runs, which is totally fine, but yeah, that's about like what that looks like.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
I always feel like sometimes like, well, why didn't they press more? But you don't want to sit on that stock.
I have a 900 square foot house here too. Tiny house.
Unreal.
And like,
And you look to be in
Yeah,
an
and,
attic
like-
of sorts, so
yeah, and I don't like FOMO, so like if something does sell out quickly, I want to do like a second run. I'm fine sitting on it for a bit, but
There
like
you go.
I've got a tiny house. Yeah, so
super fair.
newer upcoming artists you've been fucking with in the scene recently from Roche Corp.
That's a top
newer
5 Rose
artists-
Corp questions.
Jesus, I mean, Vod is making like gorgeous music. Like I put out one of his, I think his second tape ever, like last November. I think his first was like a white space, and then I put it out. And now, like, I'm sure he gets an email like 5 minutes after he releases anything. Like Vod is everywhere. So Vod is like really like just popped up and is everywhere now. That's Victory Over Death for anyone who doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna link him
So
in
say,
chat.
I guess I need to check
I-
out this artist.
Yeah, so Victory Over Death is like really, really good. He just released a split with International Telecom that I love. It's he calls it signal ambient, and it's true
Okay.
signal ambient. Some people call things signal ambient, but it's just signal wave.
Hmm.
And then it's his like side project called Forgetting Sounds. I fucking love his sound. Like it's so experimental. Yeah, Luxus beat me to it. Haha. Forgetting Sound, like he puts a lot of his like weirder stuff on the side one, and it's this new one, this Full Earth Model 4. Like I'm gonna release that next year sometime. Like it's so different. It's so different. So
Love
by
that.
far Vod, I'll
A
say.
little experimentation never hurt anybody.
I like it a lot. So that's one name that I would recommend. If you don't know Victor Over Death, like you should know Victor Over Death by now. So
Hell yeah.
he's a good dude. I got to meet him at Nostalgia Lounge.
Oh, he was there?
That's awesome.
Shout out. Yeah, he was there.
Damn, I guess I didn't meet him, or if I
He's
did,
a-
I probably just forgot.
he's a little-
That's
He's
whoops.
a little under the radar.
Yep.
He wasn't like, I'm God, but you wouldn't even know
Yep.
it's him. He just looked like a
very
guy
cool.
who showed up.
And you already shouted out Bento
Yeah.
Boy.
Shout out Bentoboy very much.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out Supergaze. I just want to go back to that Wii release that I did. Supergaze like disappeared for a bit, and then I got to reach out about that release, and I was really happy that happened. Was happy to see that.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Very cool.
That's that. Yep.
Celadon Dream Suite with a great question as well wants to know if you could talk a little bit about the first time that you realized your music was getting attention/traffic from the larger scene.
I think the Pokédreams, which is cheating because it's fucking Pokemon. Like, it's just slowed down Pokemon music. And, like, I lost a lot of money on that, actually, because we didn't price them correctly. But who cares? Because it was, like, I have it right here, actually. I always complain about that, but it really doesn't matter.
Cries in the background. Oh, that's beautiful looking, though.
A label like a box set. That's really special.
Wow.
And
that is special.
That's beautiful.
When they came in, like, that felt really good. And of course, it's just slowed down Pokemon. And I found this amazing Instagram artist to like make the pixel art for them, if you can even see it.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That is special.
That felt pretty special. I like that a lot. That's like the biggest thing I've released, maybe. It's just slowed down Pokemon. I liked it. And then I just had the business casual release, which was just slowed down cell phone ringtones, which got a really got, like,
hey,
a
that
really
hits
cool
the
CD.
nostalgic spot.
Very
Nice.
much for me. Like, I love this.
Yep,
And when
you
you
did
open it
just
up,
put
it's
that
like
out.
a razor.
Oh
Like
wow!
a razor.
What?
Cool.
Are those mini discs?
Yeah. No, these are CDs. It's
That's
a
the
double
full size
release.
CD. Nice. Double CD release.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like, this is maybe like the second like big thing, I feel like, and it's business casual. Like, that's a historic, like, you know, it's a big name.
Quick question: did John design that?
Yeah, he did.
Nice.
Within like half an hour, he's
What a guy.
like, I submitted this like Emergency Rice at Dawn albums, this pair of albums that's just like loud, angry music, and he's like, "Hey, thanks for submitting. That stuff doesn't do well, but I saw the ringtone things you submitted. Can I do that?" Within like
Nice.
40 minutes, he's like, "Hey, can we open the CD and have it be like a razor phone?" And I was like, "Yeah."
That guy's great.
And he's fast.
he
cohesive
already had
design.
thought of this.
If I could just brag on
Yeah.
John a little bit, he didn't just design this this new look for Hot Takes. He sent me a unsolicited. It was like a year ago. He just sent me like, "Hey, I've got an idea for what I think would look good for the show," and just sent me an overlay just out of the blue before I commissioned him. So shout out John, and that's kind of why I followed up, because I was like, you remember when you sent me that thing? It was kind of good. Why don't we riff on that a little bit? And we actually pay you and let you kind of like play around with that, and you know. And then also, not only did he design these overlays, he designed the logo, several different versions of the overlays that'll come into play with future episodes, and he insisted on getting the Streamlabs OBS logins so that he could set it all up for us.
Nice.
So just saying, like, the guy's a design master. Like, he knows what he's doing, and he's super humble too. Like, when I asked him to do it, he was just like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess I could do that, and then it was just a delight to work with.
And he did the art for, this is really random, but he did the art for Transversal Worldwide Shopping by Linton Virtual Plaza. He like took a picture of like his LCD TV in like his mom's basement or something like that. Like,
wow,
really?
Like that's one of my like favorite album covers, and like that's him. He did the art.
What's the album again?
Transversal Worldwide Shopping by Linton Virtual Plaza. Let me link it.
I got
It's
you.
like Pink
Please
Floyd.
do.
These like really gorgeous. It's like a 2013 release, 2014 release.
I'm sure I've seen it and just don't remember the cover.
And I remember him saying recently,
wild
like,
looking.
"Yeah, not the coolest cover," and I was like, "That's a iconic cover. Like, I love it."
Yeah. Nice.
Someone asked what I think about the new Audacity logo. I think I have it so that mine doesn't auto update. I don't want it to change.
Nice. Hilarious.
Most cherished Pokemon card. I said that it's the Japanese Gengar from when I was a kid. It's like got like the circular hollows, like the when I was a kid, this anything Japanese was like incredible.
Mm-hmm.
We had
Yeah,
Pokemon
you got that
cards
first
banned in
run
fifth
of
grade
those.
'cause
Whatever the original artist's name was for the Pokemon cards. It's beautiful stuff.
we went to Ocean City. We'd buy like counterfeit Pokemon cards. All you could buy in Ocean City as a kid was just counterfeit Pokemon packs as a kid.
Unreal. Great question from DJ Nightleak. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of that name. I'm sorry, Nightleak. How much of a song is too much to sample? How much chop/screw isn't enough? Where do you personally draw the line? That's a great question.
It's a good question. I mean, I've sampled things that are very long, like just wholesale, just slowed it down. And I've used. There's this one track on Ocean Temple that I released, which shout out Machine Memory Data. That's like 2 years of designing and planning to release that album. If you're not aware, like that was 2 years time to make this board game cassette release that we did on Hushtones, Ocean Temple. But there's a song on there. It's the track called "Carried Away" by the Digital Ocean. It's 7.5 minutes, but it's a 7-second loop that's just looped and looped and looped and looped. It's a 7-second piece of a flashbulb track.
Oh,
and
wow.
It feels expansive and moving and shifting and changing, but it's a 7-second sample that I turned into a 7.5-minute track. For better or worse. I'm not saying that's a good thing.
That's amazing. Damn.
And then other things, it's like a longer track that's just slowed down. Like it's not. I think it depends.
That's pretty remarkable.
It's not a bad thing to take a whole track and just slow it down. But I just want to say that like if Barber's fine. Barber does that for entire albums, but at least for what I do, I want to make sure that like at least something on the ringtone albums, I had a bit of like experimentation and like production on it on some tracks. I want to have like some fingerprints on it, not just entirely slow down everything. That's just me. Because some tracks have like some Audacity work and some looping, just a bit of it, enough of it, so I felt like I had some personality on that.
Right.
And whatever feels true to you. That's what I'll say. Whatever feels right to you.
What's your answer on that,
That's what you should
Crystal?
do.
What's the question exactly?
The question was, oh, I deleted it. I'm an idiot. Nightleak wanted to know, like, how much chopping and screwing is enough? Like, how do you know when you're sampling too much of a song? Like, where do you draw the line, like, personally?
Personally, I think my answer personally is different than like what I believe is like right. I don't know. I would say like whatever your heart desires is what I would say.
That's a good answer.
Just from like from an objective standpoint. But like personally, I would say I have to like get to a point where I'm like starting to lose the original song a little bit, where I'm like, this is turning into something completely different. But but you still like get bits and pieces of the original track in there. I don't like to like lose it completely, but like finding that good medium.
I'll say that I like almost obsessively will like, you can use YouTube's private upload function, just keep it private to like, they have a fairly robust copyright check at this point. It's kind of obnoxious, but like I almost don't want to release something unless I've private uploaded it to YouTube enough where it doesn't pick up any more samples.
Oh, there you go. That's nice.
It doesn't make it transformative, but like it feels that way to me personally. Because if I just personally want to like not release something and have it have like 13 listed, like it picks up everything, you know?
Right. I've
and
had
you can kind of, yeah.
My first album when I released it, it got like copyright claimed, and I was like on YouTube, and I was like, and it wasn't like one of the original artists. It was another person who had sampled it on illuminated
don't
pads.
You love that?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Did
Anyways,
you clip the sample out?
No.
Damn.
It was yeah.
But yeah,
Unreal.
like that's what I try to do. Yeah, and then that, because like if you add like enough reverb to something and different types of reverb, that can help to mask it, and it doesn't pick up the copyright. It's just like a personal thing.
True.
So, what non-vapor is that the next question?
Oh, there's a handful of questions. Way back, Archangel asked what your favorite drum break was.
I don't know. I will say that Leroy Carson is, I think, a Detroit, ironically. Leroy Carson is like a Detroit-based house artist, like pioneering from like the 70s or so. And he has this album, Leroy Carson, Soft and Thick, I think is the song's name. I really want to, maybe this goes back, if I can find the fucking sample.
Right.
Leroy Carson. This is like what I want to sample, and I've tried to, but I'm not good enough at it. Soft and Thick. Leroy Carson house music. Is this the artist? I think I'm messing up his name slightly. It's like this gorgeous looping like drum break on this track. So, and I can't even link it.
Damn.
Oh well.
It's gonna be one of those best kept secrets until you do it.
I know. Anyway, it's just like this like slippery little like soft like the symbol work on this track is like really gorgeous.
That's a great description. I like that. Now I really want to hear it. Bort Media, love that guy. When working on a URL fest.
Bort.
Yeah, me too. Bort is an amazing curator and apparently quite the visual artist as well. Bort would like to know, when working on a URL fest, how do you like to collaborate with visual artists?
Myself, I try doing like as much of the visuals as I can, and then I've worked with Georgie like to do like the after effects on it a bit. With like Crispy Doodles, who's fantastic, who's helped out
Crispy Doodles
a
is also
lot.
fantastic, yeah.
Shout out Crispy Doodles, shout out Solo, shout out like all of Wave Squad, like incredible fucking people doing all the heavy lifting. Hey, this is due in 3 days. Can you do it? I'm sorry, Solo. I'm sorry, Crispy. I'm sorry, everyone. But like.
Oh, dude, I've heard so many stories of Solo getting hit up last minute, and he always delivers.
I know.
Yeah.
I just did it to Robin Circle again. But yeah, like sometimes I'll have a lot of it already kind of done for Crispy. Like she did the final track, this like weird one. Crispy, if you're in chat, it's the one where it's like stepping into the cyber cafe. It's like the cyber cafe one for nostalgia that I did. I kind of like generally told Crispy I want it to be like computerish, but do your own thing. Like I want you to like have your expression and your artism through it.
That's my favorite thing to tell visual artists, like do your thing. I want your flavor to shine through.
Hey Crispy, use these 2 YouTube videos. Go. Like I don't want to do that. And if like I want to give them like lots of freedom, let them do their thing, and then have that feedback if they are asking for it. She did such a fucking incredible job though, like rotoscoping like the screen, like it's so gorgeous. Like she did amazing work for that. So my way to coordinate with visual artists is to be as unhelpful as possible and to say do your thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like we had a visual artist on the show one time who said that they didn't like that. Like they were like, "Oh, nobody gives us any direction, nobody gives us any ideas." I can't remember who it was, but like I guess you have to find that balance. And that can be frustrating where it's, and I don't want that to ever feel like just do it. Like it's not about that. I feel like if you're doing the lesser of 2 evils, the worst thing is to be like, do exactly this thing, like I'm going to tell you exactly how to do your job and not let you shine your like personal brand and flavor and skill shine through. But yeah, I guess not giving any direction is also not great.
Roachcorp had the question earlier of like the most inspirational artist outside of Vapor, and by far it's Burial, who himself makes music in like a pre-Audacity fucking archaic, like he physically lines shit up like I do. I make everything Audacity.
I didn't know that. That's wild.
His production style is like that, but also I just love like what he does, and it's hushwavy. Like it's very like sort of melancholic, lonely. He's got like the night bus track. Like I like his moodiness a lot. So Burial, the books. If you don't know the books,
oh hell yeah, the books. Aleatoric.
Obsessively into them. Oh my god, Aleatoric. Aleatoric television.
Very good.
Yes.
Love the books.
That's my morning ring. That's how I wake up every morning. That's my for like 10 years now.
Oh my god.
It plays a random books track every morning when I wake up for 10 years now.
That's I mean if you love Plunderphonics, Crystal, I know you're a fan of the books.
That's what their style inspired the 5 seasons, the first thing that I made, which is not.
Have you heard their story?
It's just like a Plunderphonics thing.
About how it's just like a cello player and a sample collector, and they happen to be like neighbors, and they were like, we should make music together. Yeah, you know their names and shit. Okay, wow.
Alda Young and Nick Zimoto, I'm very into them. They were living in an apartment together in Brooklyn, like the same apartment building, and they both kind of collected samples, and then they just kind of like geeked out and went into it. I love their work so much. And then Fortet is like going to Fortet's live show in Brooklyn like 2 years ago was like a startlingly
I've seen him live
beautiful...
a couple times too. Very terrific.
Very good. I have his private test press that he sent out to fans.
Ooh.
Wow.
His Windings alias, like I have that record. I emailed him and I was like, please send me one, and I got it. And then
no way.
Someone else, like I adore that record. I played it on the radio before, and then Lux asked, Puffin Bill Grooves asked order of importance, album art, album name, track title. By far, it's the album art. Like I start with art. I have a folder of art. I have private demo pages on Bandcamp. I have folders on my phone, but like I start with the art more than anything. Sometimes there's like a track that I'll build an album from, But like an album, it's like the feeling of it that I want to do. And I think I came across like that Nokia picture on like Tumblr, and I was like, cell phone album. Like I think that's what started it. It wasn't even. It was just
cool.
like the picture.
Concept albums are
the
alive
name
and well in vaporwave, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I'll take it.
And then album name in that order, and then track title. But the art is like
I'll take
what drives
that.
me more than anything.
Going back to what you said about Burial and Fortet, if you're not a fan of Holy Other, you got to check them out. Because Holy Other is like... Holy Other is one of those artists that often gets mentioned in the same breath as Burial. Just very early 2010s, very eerie, kind of spooky, but very sexy, like down-tempo, deep house, kind of chillwave adjacent, not really witch house. It was too clean and not scuzzy enough to be witch house, but still very, very unsettling, like having sex with a ghost. That's how I would describe Holy Other. You got to check them out if you like Burial.
I see Zombie with a Y like brought up a lot as a contemporary.
I think Zombie's a vaporwave fan. I feel like I could be misremembering though.
Zombie's released with HKE. They have like a joint thing together.
Hell
I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's HKE, so.
You know what, man? Some of the Dream catalog stuff. I mean, I don't know about the Flap, but they've done some very good deconstructed club stuff. Just very, very bombastic, abrasive techno, and it's fucking good. Whatever, you know. Shout out David Russo. There was a question that got skipped by hydroplaned into a false reality. They wanted to know what your favorite VST plugin or effect was.
I lost it. My new computer doesn't have it, and I cannot use it anymore. Tal Dub, like the original Tal Dub. It's like a red box. It's like just really powerful. Tal Dub.
Tal
Dub.
Tal Dub,
do a lot
gotcha.
with
TAL.
it.
I'm with you now.
And then most people use like Tal 3, Tal 4. They have different little ones. Tal 4 sucks. Lover's Dream will disagree with me, but I think it sucks. I'm trying to learn it.
If anyone has the file, send it to Brickmason.
I know, right?
No, it doesn't work on Mac.
If we can make that happen because of hot takes. What? It's one of those things where like they stopped making it, so it's gone forever. Once you kiss it goodbye, it's just gone.
Yeah.
Mac,
Fuck
I moved
that.
from Windows to Mac. The developers say that Mac doesn't support the original Tal Dub, and it's really powerful or it's really gentle. If you play with the wet, if you play with the low pass filter, and the resonance especially is really good for getting wispiness out of vocals. Like the Color Loop albums that I did, you can get like really. It's powerful. The left-right channel movement, if you're going for that and something more experimental and textural, it's you can work it where it's really gentle or like really weird and good. But I like Tal Dub, the original. It's really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And
I gotta hear this.
Yep. Good.
Well, Indie Advent in chat says he has it, and he'll DM a link. I don't know if it will work or not, but Indie's pretty tech savvy, so yeah. Fuck it.
This is for like Mac in particular, and I've emailed the developers, and they've said that like it has to be like specifically. I bought like the Apple box recently, like the Apple the little square box thing.
The little computer, like in the box.
If it's Mac, I really miss the original Tal.
He says he's got the Mac version. He's putting a little winky face. Wow, that would be magical if that happened. Well, we are down to our last 5 minutes, and we've actually answered all of our chat questions. So shout out you guys for having questions for Brick. Did I miss one?
Geo one. Yeah, the one that's tagged right now. How did you become a sister label of Diametric Lullaby? I'll get emails like, "Hey Dennis," and I'm like, "I'm not Dennis. I'm Brickmason. This is entirely me." But he sent out like a Bandcamp message like 2 years ago at this point, and he was like, "I'm looking for a sister." This is like an actual Bandcamp message to everyone. Looking for a sister label. Submit. And I reached out with the idea of like, I would love to like do a Hushwave label, and he's like, no one makes Hushwave, but I like the idea, but there's no audience for it, and no one's actually making that kind of music. And I responded and I was like, if you build it, they will come. And it wouldn't be all Hushwave. It's like, I just want to see more of it in the scene, and not only be like Begotten. As much as I love Begotten, like I want to see what other people can do with that, because I haven't seen any, and I hadn't seen any. I've played with it myself, but so I'll still be releasing some over time, and I think after 6 months he was like, okay, and
nice.
I was like, yes, fucking yes, and I just curate whatever I want.
Have you hung out with him in person?
He's been to my house. He's been to my house here in Portland. He's a fucking
character. Very cool.
He's very laid back.
He is.
And then I met him at Summer Slushy Fest, I think, for the first time.
Nice.
No, I met him at the first Econ 3 that I went to, and I bought a copy of Pall Mall Mars from him, an overstock.
Nice.
And I ran $5 bills for him, like the sub shop in the corner. I helped him get change.
Okay.
I was like, oh, Brickmason, and he's like,
Very
I don't know who
cool.
the fuck you are, but thanks for the 5s, appreciate it.
Love it. We got to wrap up,
Yeah.
man. I'm sorry. I know that there's questions flowing in, but we are down to our last 5 minutes, and this is the point where I like to give Brickmason the floor. And you already kind of gave a little bit of a stirring call to action, but I'd like you to just take this time to shout out whoever you want, promote whatever you want, put us on. Just like this is your moment.
So like I'm doing the label thing with Geo. We're gonna do more like actual collaboration in the future. It hasn't happened yet, but shout out like Doki. If it wasn't for Doki, like the first tape that I ever self-released was Rainforest Hill 3. It was like an in memoriam that I personally made. I didn't know Lin 7. Like I joined the scene after he passed, but like just knowing how like to self-release a tape, how to order tapes, how to dub tapes, everything relating to anything, a lot of fucking music questions. Like Doki has been like a really close friend for like a very long time, and still today, like
Hell yeah.
I could not be happier that we're doing this event together. I love the sound that he's curating. I love the direction that Doki Doki Beats is moving in, and he's doing what you should do. Just fucking release what you want. It's like furry stuff and breakcore now. I fucking love it.
Hell
Like, I'm
yeah.
still buying all these records. But he's like doing what he likes. He is releasing stuff that he loves. So just shout out what he's doing and who he is, and like just his sense of like confidence of like, I'm doing what I'm doing, fuck it, I want to put this out. But shout out Cassette Cash, who also helped out with Broken World. Shout out M31, who has done a ton of design work and who's a good buddy. Vod, Lover's Dream, Zongaria, who's in chat. I'm ignoring you, but I'm so sorry. Shout out Miss Doki. Shout out all my buddies, Mabisyo.
Love Mabisyo.
Mabisyo is amazing. Yeah, shout out anyone who's ever like just been like a friend or has hung out in person before. Again, Nostalgia Lounge and what you've done is like a huge inspiration for like wanting to do like a live show. Like it looks fun, it looks stressful as fuck.
It's so badass.
And like, I don't know, I just
You
like that
got
kind of a
this.
thing. We can do it, and we have a good lineup. Like it's impossible to mess up when there's awesome people involved, and everyone pitching in their own way. Shout out to Machine Memory Data, who does all my design work and who's a good buddy. We talk like every single day, and he listens to me like complain. We have 1 minute.
We'll survive.
Shout out Crispy. Shout out Wave Squad. Shout out all the visual artists. Shout out Children of Vapor, who are like making their own like collective and their own URL festival. I think that's huge and what you should do if you want to like build something and they will come. I love that phrase.
Fuck yeah.
I saw this phrase a long time ago. Why gaze upon the ocean when you can become a part of it? You should like just go out there and like do it and take chances and do your thing and be true to yourself. That's all important, I think. Thanks, Lux, for the comments and yeah, it's great. May 16th, we're gonna talk about it a bunch coming up, and we'll talk about the lineup and we'll slow roll that out. But for now, like Detroit next May, we want to bring something to that's not like fucking Brooklyn or like Los Angeles. Midwest feels like a good place to do it.
The Midwest needs some
Yeah.
love.
It does. In Portland, Maine, no one's coming here. It's just too far away and too cold. So, yeah, just and leave more Bandcamp comments on all your friends' music and talk about why
I
you
need
like
to do
it.
that so
If you-
bad.
It means so much to artists. Like when they see those comments, like it's lifting. So that too. Shout out people who leave Bandcamp comments on anything that they like, anything that they love.
Brick
It means the
Mason,
world.
ladies
That's
and
all
gentlemen.
Like my real life in-person friend is the first person who ever. He's bought like 5,000 things on Bandcamp, and he left one comment ever on Seldon Dream Suite's album, and that meant everything to him. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I know that guy. He's my in real life friend.
Yep, he's terrific. I had a beer with him right before the Nobody Here documentary, and it was delightful.
Very cool.
Shout out
it.
Brick Mason. Thank you for joining us tonight and for putting us on. Y'all follow Brick Mason. Get to know him. Lux posted the links. Buy from his label. Listen to his music. Hire his father to build things. And just support, please, Brick Mason and Hushtones. Crystal Eternal, what have you got going on coming up that you can share with us?
Well, I haven't announced it quite yet, but we've got a Nostalgia Lounge show planned for December in Cincinnati, Ohio. So we're sliding down in the state a little bit to get some of the people that couldn't make it, from out of state, like Kentucky and all that.
Hell yeah.
So we're trying to branch out a little bit, and we're trying to make some things happen there. But then also mark your calendars for next year, March 28th and 29th. We're bringing back Sanctuary Live.
Yes.
For just like we did last year, 1 day in person and 1 day online. So I look forward to that again.
So memorable, so much fun. That was not Rob Clem's.
It's not Rob Clem.
Very cool. What's the most recent album you've released? Or single?
Yeah, single would be Grape Soda Bubblegum.
That's right.
It's a new sugary hyperpop song that I whipped up in a few days, and I sat down and I was like, I want to make something different.
Who made the
it's
cover
different.
For that? Who made the cover for that? I like it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Do you want to talk about the Glotaku thing?
Yeah, I've been working with a organization called Glotaku for a couple of years now, and just recently I've kind of stepped into more of a resident DJ role with them. And what they do is they do like anime inspired raves. So, every couple of months they'll come in with a new theme, take over a few cities, and throw a show one of the nights. So there's like cosplay. Obviously live music, dancing. It's themed to the event usually. Burlesque. People bring out merch and all sorts of stuff. So it's a great time.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and the graphic design you do for them is off the chain too. I love it.
Yeah, and I'm obviously
always very impressed by what you post in like whips.
Crystal makes a good poster. Crystal does some good design work.
Damn
Shout
sure
out
does.
Crystal, and reach out to Crystal too for like tape designs, like the
Commission
work
her.
that we've done. Yeah, this is. I'm not gonna show the album name, but like this is a Hushtones thing for Halloween. Like this is Crystal. That's great
Very
work.
cool.
Reach out to Crystal.
Yep. Hell yeah. When she's not booked up. Sometimes your girl will be too busy. Hell yeah. So what I got going on, if I may, of course I performed at Flamingo Fest 2025. I put a 30-minute lo-fi house set down to open up IRL, just Flamingo Fest 2025. Opened right before Mirno Tilde and Melanade. So terrific. The set's on SoundCloud. It's raw as fuck. Just super battered sounding left field house music. Did a damn. I'm just gonna have to pull my SoundCloud up because so much shit has happened since we went offline. We took a little hiatus. Sorry about that, you guys. But put out a we'll just leave it at that, But we got some upcoming stuff going on that's as yet unannounced. I'm pretty sure you saw the Roche Fest 3 ad that we rolled right before the show. We're probably gonna roll it again afterwards, and I'm on that lineup. Got 20 minutes of dark synth and synthwave kind of blended together. Just a nice 20-minute 80s influence set that just builds in intensity all the way to a kind of a dark synth fever pitch with visuals courtesy of Jumper Kimmons. So that's going to be Saturday, October 18. Roj, I don't remember exactly when it starts, but it's going to be Saturday, October 18. Go ahead and post the link. I think it's just twitch.tv/RojCorp. But please post that so people know. It starts at 1 p.m., okay? I will actually be in Texas for my brother's wedding, so I'm going to miss my set, but check it out. 20 minutes of synthwave and dark synth. I've got a that hour-long Dystopian Oasis set. I don't know when that's happening. I don't even think the lineup's been dropped yet, and it's probably not something I was supposed to talk about, but whatever. Jenny Jankum and Dystopian Oasis are putting something together. It sounds like it's going to be like almost like a digital space where you can like go to a live show like in a almost like an IMVU or like Second Life type of platform. And I put an hour's worth of vaporwave together, and I'm pretty proud of that set. Just lots of contemporary stuff, classic stuff, just mixed together. Lots of long, slow fades, a lot of looping. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then literally just put in the can my set for the as yet unannounced Vaporade 3. Don't know if I was supposed to say that. Let's hope that. I mean, it's going to be announced eventually, but I won't talk too much about that. But it's going to be coming up here in the future. And what I decided to do is 20 minutes of deconstructed club music And you may or may not have heard a teaser of that set during the intro. But yeah, lots of very bombastic, very abrasive, like no melody, no mids, just banging, clanging, angry, scary, unsettling beats that you should definitely check out. But anyways, that's super cool. And, I'll be involved in some IRL stuff coming up in December, coming up in May of next year. And some other times, that
Maybe
nobody
May
knows
next
anything.
year, possibly.
Nobody knows anything about that, But anyways, we appreciate you guys for joining us tonight. And hopefully I didn't say anything that got me in any trouble. But welcome back to Hot Takes. Thank you guys for your long-term and long-suffering patience with us during that hiatus. And we hope you're really excited like we are about this new look and this new format. We're growing. We're learning every day. And we're just happy to be a part of the community and give back. Brickmason, you're terrific. Thank you. We love you. Crystal, thank you for being my co-host tonight.
Absolutely.
So much love for you guys and everyone in chat. Tune in at the same time 2 weeks from now. That's Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Actually, that's a lie. It's in 3 weeks. We have to do we have to skip a week because, again, I'll be in Austin with my brother. He's getting married. Congratulations to my brother. So on the 27th, we're coming back. 27th, I'm going to be co-hosting with Luxury Elite. I'm excited. So 8 p.m. Eastern on the 27th of October, we're going to be bringing Zach Emerson from Doom Trip Records to Hot Takes. Thank you guys. Have a good night, and please watch these ads and buy and or attend these events.